Starting early. Hey, what are you trying to eat?
How's it look over there? This look right?
I can't. Yeah, we're pretty centered up.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, looks good to me.
We're good over that.
All right. I wonder why we couldn't see the Facebook comments last show. Is it on multi-stream?
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
Damn it.
That's why we couldn't see.
See, it's because I'm not the producer, dude. I guess technically I am. We're like double producing. All right. Let me get the doc open. Call me the GameSpeak doc. All right. We're going to start the episode. It's still loading. In 3, 2, 1. Yo, and hello and welcome to GameSpeak Podcast. New episodes go up for free feed subscribers every Wednesday in audio format on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Google Play, Spotify, and all of your favorite podcast platforms, as well as in video format on YouTube, so you can see us in stunning HD, where we need you to hit subscribe and click that notification bell. We are streaming live every Monday at 7:50 p.m. CST on twitch.tv/GameSpeakPodcast, facebook.com/group/GameSpeakPodcast, and on youtube.com if you want to catch the show as it happens before anyone else. Be sure to go ahead and join our ever-growing community in the GameSpeak Podcast Discord at dsc.gg/GameSpeakPodcast to hang and talk games, battle and catch Pokemon, get show updates, find friends to play games with, and so much more. This show is 3 BFFs bringing you the hottest video game news of the week. I'm one of your hosts, Jamel Jafra, alongside Brent Bass and Devin Mayer.
I like how me and Jamel are hat crew today.
I'm always hat
Yeah,
crew.
I went, against the grain.
You're not much of a hat guy, though. I think I've only seen you wear a hat once on the show.
Yeah, I've got kind of a big ass head, so most conventional hats don't really fit my head well. You know what I mean?
With the adjustment, or just don't.
It's just
look
if I were to put that hat on, it would sit on me like a yarmulke. I promise you, bro.
I think you would need a safari hat or a bowl.
Oh no! See, that's the thing. I can wear unconventional hats. Well,
yeah.
like those old school taxi driver hats. Those work great for my head.
Wait,
or
what are those called?
Or a Sherlock Holmes hat, or those Russian hats with the big flappy furry things.
Yeah,
those fucking rock.
Imagine just wearing that in Texas in the middle of summer.
That's the problem.
I've seen some people wearing a hat like that in some questionably hot weather, and it's like.
Those are probably,
how are you not sweating?
They probably got weird ass heads, and it's the only hat that looks cool on them.
If I lived in Colorado or something, I feel like I'd wear one like that.
For sure. I mean, that's appropriate.
Yeah. And I don't know.
Expected.
You could wear what's the hat that's it's like Bob Burnquist wore all the time?
Oh yeah, those are tight.
What are those called? It's like a bowl.
They're like a fisherman hat.
No.
You
know the hat.
Round,
it's like a round.
Like a Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas looking ass hat.
Look, I'm gonna show you Bob Burnquist.
Bucket
hat.
Yeah.
That's
bucket hat. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know why
y'all's descriptions were not it was making me think of some crazy
like a floppy fedora.
I didn't know. Yeah, I was picturing a large safari hat with the domed ones that come out.
Yeah, those are sick.
Yeah, see, he's got the bowler hat. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2. That's what I remember it from.
Was that a bucket hat or is that just a bowl?
No, it's that hat.
Oh no, it's a bucket hat.
That's a bucket hat.
You want it to be,
dude. They're really popular now. The bucket hats kind of made a comeback last several years.
Yeah, dude, get you a bucket hat, dude.
Hell yeah, dude.
For the next episode, I want to see that bucket hat.
But a bucket hat isn't gonna work with headphones that well.
That's
gonna look goofy as shit.
No, dude, that's just because you don't trust the process. You gotta put it on. You gotta
what if I wore my headphones like this? You know what I mean?
Oh, dude, even cooler.
Hat, you know what I mean? I don't think they'd actually stay on like that.
Then you just get known for that. They call you Bucket Hat Brent.
Bucket Hat Brent.
Yeah,
oh
dude.
My God, that's sick.
BHB, bro.
Holy shit. Okay. All right.
Anyways, what have you guys been up to?
Oh,
Bucket
man.
Hat Brent.
Not much, man. Just working it out.
Still
doing some work.
The same place.
Yeah.
I don't know why I can't. Down Under. That's where I was gonna go with it.
Down Under.
Down Under. Yeah. What about
I've
you?
been.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry.
No.
No, I was just gonna say I've been amassing a collection of koala-faced rubber ducks.
What?
So there's like
What?
chimeras, like
No, they're just rubber ducks that have koala faces.
Is this like some kind of promotion?
It is,
they're doing?
yeah.
so is it like half body of a duck and then
It's
like
just a rubber duck,
a
except the
koala head.
face. No, it's
Oh.
not even a koala
just-
head. It's just the face. It's like imagine a rubber duck, but it's like wearing a mask.
I don't like this.
Just look up koala
yeah,
punch.
Yeah.
koala punch.
Yeah, it comes on top of a koala punch from Outback Steakhouse. If you go to Outback Steakhouse right now and you order a koala punch, you will receive a koala duck.
Okay, that's not
Let me
as
see.
bad as I was picturing.
It's not as horrifying as you were thinking.
That's what
right?
I was that's what I was trying to ask. Is it actually a duck body? But it doesn't look like a duck body. It looks like
No, it
it's
is a
folded
duck,
back
it is
like a
little
duck body.
No, it is a little duck body.
Is it like
Yeah,
no?
and
Look,
it's
it's
even
even
got
got
a
the
duck-
koala tail.
What?
Yeah, it's got a little fucking koala
Does
tail.
it really?
Yeah.
I didn't even notice the tail. Hold up.
I can't see any
Go
pictures of it.
go back up. Right
I've
there.
got
Look
one
at
in my car.
See
we
its
could,
tail?
We could really look at it.
Oh, well, I mean, I don't care that much.
I can't. No, I'm just kidding. The koala punch is important, dude.
Anyways, I'm collecting the ducks.
For?
You know, just because they're dope.
Okay. All right. I like that. You gonna like name them?
Do they come in different colors,
No,
or
they
they
just
only
ride
blue?
on my dashboard.
Oh.
They are only blue.
Uh.
But when we run out of koala ducks, they just give out normal rubber ducks that are all kinds of different colors. So
I'd be very upset about
Interesting.
that if I didn't get a koala.
people are pissed.
Yeah.
People drive all the way down from like other like towns trying to get the koala ducks, and like because people run out, like they're limited supply. You know, when you sell out of koala ducks, you got to wait for the next shipment of koala ducks to come in. You can't just run to fucking Target and get a bag of koala.
You can't
ducks.
just go on like Temu and order a koala
Hell
duck.
no. You know, they're not on Alibaba. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Damn.
Isn't there like a big population of people who like collect rubber ducks? So like that's a thing.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think
So
that's why
that's
this
what
drink
it-
is
yeah.
so popular.
I
you
would
know
just
what I
say,
mean?
yeah.
That's
'Cause
crazy.
It's either that or there's a population of people who like to collect restaurant promotional items.
Yeah.
Which
There are
maybe
people that
there's a
come
couple
down
of-
and they don't even drink the drink. They just buy it and they take the rubber duck and they go. But then on the flip side of that, there are people who just like the drink and then they leave their rubber ducks and I take them.
And they become mine.
Yeah. Because
After all-
you can't just have the rubber ducks. Like, there's such a limited supply of them that, like, they
Yeah.
won't give them to the workers of the restaurant. You know what I mean? Like, I can't just go take a rubber duck. Like,
I just imagine like somebody leaving it and then like you coming over and like looking around, you like pick it up and you're like, after all, why shouldn't I?
that's exactly,
You just like shove it in like your apron or like
that's
whatever you're
exactly
wearing.
how it is, except for there's a step where I just dunk it in some sanitizer, and then, you know,
Yeah.
other than that, it's pretty much that exact, you know.
Just the way you finished that earlier, like it sounded like a maniacal plan.
No, it's pretty maniacal.
all
It's
be-
diabolical
It's illegal.
even.
Yeah. Actually straight up illegal.
That's-
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Koala ducks.
Yeah, koala ducks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
So that's what I've been focused on.
My
the
work
past
doesn't
week.
have anything cool like that.
No. Lots
No.
of wood and nails,
Nails
and
and screws and yeah.
That's pretty cool, though. No, I'm just kidding. You could build a koala duck.
yeah, that's true. You could
It's like a big ass Trojan horse looking ass koala rubber duck.
he's just hiding inside. Like, you know, his workers are just like slacking. He just busts out of the giant koala duck. They're like, we knew you were in there. But, anyways, yeah, what you been up to?
Yeah. So me and my brother on a whim went to basically they consider it like the Austin's Renfest, Sherwood Forest Fair.
So you like
So-
travel the globe for
I
for
went
these.
an hour and 45
That's so
minutes.
far away, dude. No, I'm just
What?
kidding.
I was like, dude.
How was it?
So let me. This is only
Compare
my
and
second time.
contrast, yeah.
So this is only my second time. I've been going to TRF, the big one, for like 11 years, I think.
Is this one not very big?
So it's pretty big. I mean, it's not TRF big, but it is still pretty damn big.
Where do they
there's,
do
There's
it
a
at?
lot to see. It's in. So if you're going on 290 towards Austin, you'll eventually pass a road called like 21, and it's basically Bastrop, Giddings area. I forget the exact name of the town that it's technically in, but you wouldn't know it. It's like a small little settlement of a town, but it's like just past Giddings on 290. So like a little over halfway to Austin. Or yeah, I guess like 2/3 of the way to Austin
Okay.
on 290. So, but me and my brother went last year and we camped. But unlike Texas Rain Fest, like there's a lot of huge open space for general camping and stuff. Sherwood is a lot more clan based. Like the clans basically got the campgrounds to where it looks or like cleared out and like as good as it is today by they help like the fair and stuff. So like there's a lot less general camping though because the clans have all their spaces allotted and whatnot. So when me and Tate went last year and we're in the general camping, it was like we didn't really experience shit because we didn't know any of the clans. And so like we walked around a little bit, visited like a little bit, and then by like 10 o'clock we couldn't find anything to do, so we just went to bed. But this time around, I was like, we weren't sure and on top of that, we were camping in the fucking brush. Like the general camping was not cleared out. It was, but like a brush hog that was still like a foot high just went over it. So there was like yopons and stuff and cedar. But so the second time around, we weren't even sure we were gonna go. I was like, fuck it. I was like, I'm in a Facebook page for TRF camping, and we made a lot of friends through that. Just posting like, hey, we're going this weekend. Trying to find people to camp with and hang out. It blew up. So I did the same thing with Sherwood to see if we could hang out with a clan or if a clan would take us in to camp and then be able to get, the ins and outs of all the clans and meet a lot of people. And so I I made a post in one of the pages and was like, hey, like there's a good like 10,000 people on this camping page. And I posted, I was like, hey, I was like, me and my brother, we're like the medieval Mandos. We're coming out to Sherwood. It's like last year we were in general camping and we didn't hardly meet anyone. And I was like, is there a clan that'd be, gracious enough to take us in and help us get out of the brush? And we had 175 comments on it.
Wow.
And it got like 200 and something likes. And so we, like a bunch of clans reached out to us to camp with them. We ended up camp with one, and the whole fucking weekend, there was a good like a couple people from every clan that like recognized us from the page, and fucking we just had a great time fucking meeting so many people.
Oh, that's
and
cool.
like people seeking us out to like take pictures and whatnot of us in our armor or with us in our armor and give us like trinkets and stuff.
Oh, that's really cool.
So like and charms and whatnot to like hang off of your mugs.
Oh.
So like that's the thing at TRF, but like at Sherwood it was 10 times as much. I hand out little 3D printed Mandalorian helmets.
Oh, that's cool.
That people can like string up and put up their Lego Mandalorian helmets. So that's the shit I like just give out to people if they take a picture. I'm like, here, and they're like, holy shit, and like fucking. And so yeah, and then on top of that, Sherwood was partying way harder this weekend than they normally do because they got a bunch of the clans together to do a Mardi Gras block party. So that was fun as fuck. And saw just a whole different side to Sherwood than we saw last year. So it'll definitely be a staple trip now because me and Tate, after last year, we were like, man, I don't know if we want to even go back. But the fair is great. Like I said, not as big as TRF, but like still decently big. A lot of shops and stuff, a lot of shows. But like we were iffy on the camping, and we love the TRF camping to get the festival and party our asses off.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a good time.
Well, good.
Yeah.
That sounds like fun.
Sounds dope.
Yeah, I just got to get y'all out to
Yeah, one of
to a
these
Ren
days,
Fest
man.
now.
I really plan to go out there one day.
It's a really good time, and it's an experience too, especially like TRF camping. It can be a lot, but it's a good experience.
Sounds dope.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, that was my. Yeah. So that was my weekend.
What'd you
Basically,
do,
all I did, I
man?
just worked.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah, I didn't really like go anywhere crazy or anything. Just like kind of hung out. I've been trying to teach myself how to draw. I was telling Brent before this, like
he was showing me some of his progress. It's really impressive how far you've come in a week.
yeah, literally
Dude,
just
yeah, I want to see this after the show.
I'll show you. Yeah, I've just been spending like 2 hours every morning, like doing like literally. I have like this list of things that I have to get mastered before I can move on to the next thing that I've just like kind of compiled. So like I'm doing like line work and like trying to get like good freehand like drawing like lines from point to point, and then doing like curves and stuff like that, and then basic shapes like ellipses and squares and circles and all that stuff that you have to use to as the foundation for like people and objects and stuff. And then like 3D objects, like trying to do like points or vanishing points and stuff for like cubes and
shadowing.
I haven't done shadowing. I'm just doing the most basic stuff right now for like 2 weeks, just 2 hours every morning. I've got like worksheets that I made, and then I'm just doing them. And then I drew an anime character portrait like the first day, and just to see how bad it was, like just from memory. And then
so you have a reference to see how far you.
Yeah, just to see how it's changed. And then like within a week, like it's great. The lines are like so much more straight, and like it looks more like an actual person rather than just like I don't know, it just
Blockhead,
like a blank like I don't know. There's more emotion to the face, it looks like.
Yeah.
But
what medium are you using?
I'm using pen and paper and pencil and paper, and then I'm also using the iPad with an app called, it starts with a P, I forget what it is, but it's like a big one that everybody uses for like drawing and stuff like that. So
there's I don't know if it's on iOS, but a really good one on Android. Whenever I had my note with the pen was Sketchbook.
Yeah, Sketchbook's
it's a really good free one.
Yeah, this one I think is called Procreate. I think that's what it is. Yeah, or something like that.
Procreate.
Yeah, or something like that. But it's like I think
that means
they know what they're doing.
Yeah, it's only hentai drawing. No, I'm just kidding. No, but yeah, I'm trying to just get all the basics down. So I've been doing that, and then that's about it. Like just chilling.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Did y'all watch any cool shows or anything this week?
I watched the newest
Physical
episode
100.
of Shogun.
I'm only on episode like 3 or something like that, but
of the new season.
yeah,
I started
fucking love it.
Of what it? Of what?
Physical 100.
Oh, I never finished that. I watched some of it, but I
think it's my favorite foreign show.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? And probably my favorite reality show.
It's
know what
dope.
I mean?
It's funny. Like it's
The
just
first
funny.
It's on
season
Netflix,
just
right?
goes hard, bro.
The second season, I don't know why they brought in like
they just got some random fucking people in there.
Yeah,
like,
they're just like a school teacher, a fucking like doctor. Like
I think it's because the CrossFit guy won last season, and they're like, all right, well, we need more underdogs to to give
that
other
may
people
come
a
out.
chance. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
because
it's
there's
like,
a couple CrossFitters this season.
Yeah.
Like
So not everybody's super ripped in this one.
well, they're pretty ripped.
Yeah, most people are pretty ripped.
There was
but-
one like fat guy who got kicked off like right off the jump.
Yeah, he was the biggest guy, right? With the
he was like 400 pounds. He was some actor.
yeah.
And
They were like, he's an action star. It's like, yeah, but that doesn't mean anything. Like they had like 2 actors.
I'm rooting for the national swimmer girl. I'm not very far, so if she got kicked off, don't tell me. But
I literally only finished the first episode. I haven't gone past that yet.
oh, okay.
Speaking of Korean films, I just saw this trailer right before the podcast, but they're doing a Parasite live action, but instead of being Japanese, it'll be Korean, and it's by the people who did Train to Busan and whatnot.
You
Did y'all
mean
ever
like-
watch
you
No,
mean
you're
like
talking about
Parasite,
Parasite.
like-
It's already a
Parasite-
movie.
No, Parasite the Maxim.
No way.
Yeah.
This is it's a spin-off. It's
It
not,
is
it's not
already
exactly,
a movie, but like it's not. Parasite, dude. Okay, the Parasite movie that exists right now is
That's
like
a different.
on the level of like those old Death Note movies. You know what I mean? Like
No, so they're doing a live action of like it's basically Parasite the Maxim, but it's not going to have like the original characters from the anime.
really?
Is
Yeah.
it Parasite the Gray?
Yeah, Parasite the Gray. Yeah, and it's
Weird.
dude, it looks pretty wild, but
Wait, so it's a different story in
yeah,
the
it's a
Parasite
different
universe?
Yeah, and I guess like
Oh.
I'm
Cool.
assuming it's in Korea instead of being in Japan.
Shinichi.
It says.
Yeah, dude. Migi was the.
I will say
was the
this though:
Parasite?
the live-action movie of the original Parasite the Maxim is not bad for.
Wait,
what
so
it
there
is.
actually is?
No, that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
Like,
I thought you
there
were
is
saying.
a movie.
I
That
thought you were talking about
exists.
the other Parasite
no, fuck
movie.
Parasite. Like that movie is probably a great movie,
It was not.
but it's not what I'm talking about.
no.
There's
Oh,
an
okay.
actual live-action Parasite the Maxim that exists right now, where he's like talking to his fucking hand and
Oh,
shit.
okay,
You know what I
okay.
mean?
I didn't see.
And
I didn't know that.
it's okay, but I mean, like it's a little wacky on the CG, but you know.
Yeah, I mean,
So
it was. They did a pretty good job at like.
is this Netflix? That's
Yeah,
it's Netflix.
Oh.
It's
Yeah.
but like
see
everything
this,
on
hold
Netflix is fucking Korean now.
Okay.
What's wrong with that, Jamel? You say it like it's a problem.
It's a problem because like they're just like outsourcing everything. It feels like they're like not making their own shit anymore. Like it would be cool if they pulled a One Piece and actually made paid somebody to make a Parasite the Maxim live action instead of just letting Korea do it.
What are you talking about though? I mean
because One Piece was American made, the live action.
But Parasite the Maxim wasn't American made. I feel like they
no. I'm saying they're live.
Korea, you know what I mean? Why wouldn't they continue to make?
You're not
content?
understanding what I'm saying. Netflix, I'm saying, needs to make American stuff too. It's almost non-existent now. Every time I get on fucking Netflix, it's literally everything has voiceover. I hate dubbed live action shit. It's so annoying.
Maybe they're making more money off their Korean audience than they are American.
I think it's cheaper to do. And so then in the end, they make more money by doing it that way. It's not about the audience. It's about the fact that it's cheap and they can throw it on there and then they make some money. It just gets old.
Man, you look at the success of Korean shows specifically lately. You know what I mean?
But that's because that's all there is. It was right after Squid Game. After Squid Game came out, everything on Netflix has been just Korean. Either Korean or some random it'll be fucking, I don't know what it is, Scottish or something. It's just some random bullshit. I'm dude, what is happening?
Maybe they've always been making lots of international content and they're just realizing that we want it because
no. So
the success
what
of
it is
Squid Game.
Netflix has region locked stuff, and so it's whenever the writer's strike happened after Squid Game, they basically just were fuck it, we'll just go outside of the country and we'll just start bringing our shit from other places, which is fine. Have that, but also have put some of your money into American-made stuff for this region. It's weird that I'm in the U.S. region, on their Netflix, but all I get is dubbed shit.
There's American-made stuff. It just sucks ass.
That's what I'm saying.
There's a new Avatar show that just came out. You know what I mean?
The Avatar live action one. Yeah, that was just a bad idea.
There's all kinds of American shows getting produced and coming out every day. They're just not as popular as the Korean ones. You know what I mean?
Well, I don't think these are popular either. That
Physical
that
100
trailer
is in the top 10 in America.
No, I'm talking about Parasite the Maxim. Parasite the Maxim trailer had 500,000 views in 6 days. That's nothing.
I mean,
that's
for a kind of obscure older anime, it's pretty.
Dude, Parasite the Maxim's on top 10 lists everywhere for anime.
I'm just saying, unless you're a real anime fan, you're not gonna know what Parasite the Maxim is. You know what I'm saying? People know what Death Note is. People know what fucking Naruto is. People don't know what the fuck Parasite the Maxim is. If you say Parasite to a normal person, they're gonna think you're talking about the live action fucking movie. You know what I'm saying?
I disagree. I'm just talking about with the group of people that like anime. Everybody who likes anime likes Parasite the Maxim.
I'm just saying, if you go up to 100 people on the street, 80 of the 100 people are probably going to think you're talking about the fucking. They're not even going to question it.
I know, but they're making this for anime people. I'm saying every person you ask about anime that knows anime is going to know what Parasite the Maxim is. It's
they're all going to love this. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think
but
so.
I think you're overestimating how many knowledgeable anime fans there are, especially in America. You know what I'm saying?
Parasite the Maximum isn't that mainstream.
Hold on. I just want to see why there are so many foreign
it's not
shows.
It's not an out there anime by any means.
Netflix now.
I would put it up there with Monster or something, where it's kind of a cult classic. You know what I mean? Everybody loves it, but not everybody's watched it.
Wasn't it just one season, right?
What, Parasite?
The Maximum, yeah.
I want to say it's 1 or 2 seasons. It's either one really long season or 2 seasons. I can't remember.
But it finished it off though. Then
Yeah, I'm not the only one. It's you type that in, it's just constant. Everybody's asking.
Well, no, I mean you probably explained it in your whole spiel about the writer's strike and everything. There's probably we're seeing the big ass delay in American content.
Yeah.
Because that.
This is just like the writer's strike whenever Heroes Season 2 got all fucked up. You know what I mean? Way back in early 2000s. You know what I mean?
Oh, speaking of shows, Invincible continued. I don't know if y'all watched that.
No,
they
but
did some weird ass fucking break mid-season.
I got a free Invincible video game that's a visual novel with RPG mechanics. They're giving it away for free on Epic Game Store right now, and apparently it's pretty good. But I haven't actually tried it.
I heard a lot of people are getting upset about the new season because like some of the stuff that's happening, or like
I haven't watched any of it.
have you
so-
watched it yet?
Yeah, I'm caught up on it. I don't think it's bad.
No, not bad. Like upset about certain
just
things.
mad about
just mad about certain things happening. Like I'm like, you didn't expect that, like after the first season.
Yeah.
Like come on, it's like Game of Thrones but like animated.
I saw like one complaint was like, oh, they took a long ass break and they think they can just come back and just kill characters. Isn't that?
Yeah, like,
it's like,
I'm like, dude, that's why I
it's like the theme of Invincible is like fucker, like people just
That's
die
just
in
like
that show.
Robert Kirkman. Like
Yeah.
that's like all
It's
he
The
does
Walking
is
Dead,
just
yeah.
get you attached to characters and kill them. Like literally, it's his whole stick. Like
you never
what
know
I mean?
which one's gonna die. Yeah. That's it. I think that it's
But I
kind of
don't-
a cool.
I don't think it's bad. I think it's building up to some cool shit.
No, I don't. I don't think I've heard anybody say it's bad. Like everybody, even the people mad are they enjoy it. They're just mad.
Yeah.
You know, which I think is a good thing. I think like if you can get that kind
I
of
wish more people had that attitude about content in general, and
Yeah.
just, you know,
like if you
Just
can get
generating
that
a
reaction,
reaction.
it's like, oh, you genuinely are sad that this non-existent thing is dead. You know, it's
Yeah.
pretty cool. But anyways,
yeah.
anything else?
No, oh, dude, y'all see the trailer for Beetlejuice?
Yeah.
Dude,
No, it
Thir-
looks good.
36 years later, I think. 32 or 36 years later. Fucking, I don't...
It looks really good to me personally.
I mean-
I like the first Beetlejuice a lot.
Dude,
you
first
know
Beetlejuice
what I mean?
is one of my favorite movies. Like,
It's
grew
like
up
a
with
classic,
it.
you
Yeah.
know.
Beetlejuice, dude.
But no, I'm excited for it.
Yeah, it looks really good.
Yeah, I think it's probably gonna be pretty good. I didn't, dude.
I mean,
is
what's
our
his-
shit not streaming to Facebook right now? Do y'all see it on there?
I didn't see it earlier
I
when I went to
didn't-
try to share it.
Yeah, I don't
I didn't
see
look
it.
for it.
What is going on? Oh well.
Technical
Are we streaming at
difficulties.
all?
Yeah, we're streaming.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, we're just not
What
going.
up, world?
I mean, I would.
Wait, we're streaming?
Wait,
This is a
Wait, are we
podcast?
streaming? Yeah, it says in stream up there. If we want to end it,
I just come here to talk to y'all on a microphone. I didn't know this was
I
put out in
just
public.
I like to look. Oh, I'm checking Twitch. Oh wait, I don't have Twitch logged in. You check yours, please.
I'm checking. Sorry, podcast listeners.
Yeah,
This is great content.
it is great content. They get the behind the scenes, scare tactic.
Oh no,
We're not streaming, are we?
I don't know. I thought I saw a viewer on the count.
No. I mean, I did see viewers too, but maybe it's just fucked up. If so, then I guess we just don't get to stream today. Are we live? Nope.
We sure aren't.
Well,
Are we recording this? Where are we?
yeah. Can you
Wait a
check and
minute.
see if there's audio going in? Like, see if the audio thing's
Yeah,
moving?
I don't even see our little bar fluctuating over there. Like,
No, scroll down. It's at the bottom. Yeah, it's going in.
okay.
Yeah, it's recording. It's just not
Well, at
live
least
for
we're
some reason.
recording. You know what I mean? That's weird. All right.
Oh, well.
Sorry people
guys,
listening at home. Yeah.
But you're going to be the only ones listening in general, so we're not live anymore.
We can always post the video too, but yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, let's get
Well,
into the video game
cool.
news. Oh, wait, actually, no. Let's talk about currently playing. What's
Oh,
everybody
yeah,
playing?
yeah. I'm still on that Persona 3.
Goodness gracious.
I thought I was getting to the end there, but then it hits you with the fucking traditional, oh, you thought it was the end. Well, here's the real end, and then you have to go through another fucking dungeon type thing,
And then like the song just starts playing.
Yeah, it's fucking jamming.
And then
This one has so each Persona has its own musical theme that kind of accompanies the whole theme of the overall game. Persona 5 has this slappy, funky bass that's playing the whole time, and then Persona 4 has this kind of almost country sound to it, but mixed in with a K-pop country thing. I don't know, it's weird,
Yeah.
but it's fucking jamming. And then Persona 3 has a rap K-pop thing going on where they're like, yeah, don't bounce, boom, coming on down to the front, boom.
it's
so
almost
that-
French sounding.
It's you can tell it's rapping in English from a person who English is not their first language.
Oh,
so
yeah,
it's
yeah.
Oh
they're-
boy.
but it's also just excellent. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
of course.
It's really great. In traditional Persona fashion, the music is just wonderful.
Hell yeah.
But
so
yeah,
that's
I'm
it.
getting close to the end. Yeah, I've just been going hard. I can't bring myself to start another because okay, I have several games I want to play right now, but I can't dive into a new big game without finishing this one. My brain just won't let me. I've dedicated 70 hours to this game. It's I got to see it through to the end.
You know what I just thought about?
What?
This isn't actually recording. It's just streaming. It's not saving it as a video. And I normally download our video from our live stream. So
All right, we just got to restart it then. Fucking hell.
Fuck. How about we just hold on, let me see. We don't have to restart. Is there? Can you hit? Do you see a record button down at the bottom? Maybe we can just pick up where we're at right now, and it'll just record it, down by the. Yeah. What's it say?
Start recording.
Yeah, start it. Yeah, we'll just. What's up, everybody? This episode got a little messed up. We tried to live stream it, and it did not go live as it should have. So we don't really have our normal intro talk on this one, unfortunately. We will make it up in the next episode. We'll just double do it next time. We'll just literally go through the whole thing, and then we'll just redo it.
Yeah.
No, but
let me give you guys the cliff notes of what's happened so far.
Yeah.
Basically, Jamel came in with his whole yo, hello, GameSpeak, and then we was like, yeah, this is pretty cool. We're on GameSpeak podcast, and then we talked about what we've been doing. Devin went to Rim Fair. He had a crazy time. I didn't do shit. Jamel learned how to draw, and then we
I'm a master drawer now. No, I'm learning how to draw.
Yeah, and then what did we do? And then we talked about games. We started talking about games. I was like, yo, I'm playing Persona 3, but I'm still not done with it. That game sure is long. And then you guys are all caught up.
Yeah, basically.
That was a great recap.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, we talked about hats too.
Yeah,
we did talk
about hats and my
bucket hats.
My weird inability to fit into hats.
Yeah, Brent would look good in a bucket hat.
Yeah,
We've decided.
That was the TLDR on that one.
Yeah, bucket hat Brent is the name. We got to make sure that's out there because
I thought we erased it from the record.
BHB, bro. Is that bucket hat Brent?
The whole stream fucking up was just a ploy on my end to get rid of the bucket hat.
Just stopped it. But yeah. Anyways, so what have you been playing, Devin?
So I played a little bit of Helldivers last week, and then I was gone all weekend. But when I came back yesterday, I got on a whole binge of watching one of my favorite VR YouTubers, Happy147. You ever seen his videos?
I don't know.
He does a lot of reviews and stuff.
I watch a lot of
niche
VR
titles.
YouTubers, so I really would know his voice better than I would know his username.
Yeah, I'm sure
I mean?
you've had to have seen some of his videos.
I'm sure I have.
But so and I watched his video on him talking about Vertigo 2.
It's a good game.
You recommended the Vertigo 2.
Game. Yeah.
So I fucking watched it, and I remember just vaguely talking about it, and so I got it, and that shit's fucking hilarious.
It's great, dude. It's honestly like Half-Life Alyx fucking quality, just as far as the graphics and everything goes. Yeah. But it's also got kind of a high on life.
It's like Rick and Morty and Half-Life Alyx merged
together,
into the just a perfect little VR game.
It's a great game. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
I haven't beat it yet.
I'm only to the second chapter.
Yeah. My thing is I marathon through Vertigo 1 and 2 back to back. You know what I mean? So I haven't played.
Is Vertigo 1 a VR game?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But play Vertigo Remastered. There's Vertigo, and then they remastered it into Vertigo Remastered, which is, honestly, Vertigo 1 is kind of like a...
Is it streaming?
It's streaming to YouTube.
What in the hell?
So confusing. Oh, well.
Yeah, I mean, we got to record it. So, if I can download it from YouTube, I'll just get it from there.
Nice.
Well, that's good. Yeah. Hey.
Well, there might be hope.
Yeah.
Sorry for all the weird confusion. But Vertigo 1's cool, but it's not as good as Vertigo 2. Vertigo 2 has a level of polish to it, you know what I mean? But
Dude,
at the same time, Vertigo 1 is still just a kind of a fun, goofy little shooter if you ever
Yeah.
just want to like romp through and shoot a bunch of weird monsters. You know what I mean? Like it's definitely fun. It's just not as good as Vertigo 2.
Yeah.
You know.
No, it's like
Vertigo 2
a super
is like
crisp
really
game.
polished looking.
Yeah.
Like everything looks real good. Like some games in VR, it's like all about how crispy everything looks, and
Yeah.
like the textures and the distance in Vertigo 2 look really good. Everything has like a sense of scale to it that's very believable.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, they did a really good job.
Yeah.
Like it. Yeah, like I can like when my eyes accept it like really well, just
Yeah.
immediately, and like you can look and read the fine print on a gun, like.
And it's also really optimized. Like it plays really well on at least like I played a little bit of it on my 2060 back in the day, and it was like playable still.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which is saying something.
Yeah,
You know
it
what I
played
mean?
fantastically. I've got no complaints. My PC didn't even break a sweat hardly. I was like, what the fuck? And
Oh,
it was only a 5.5 gigabyte download too.
Oh yeah, totally.
Like-
File size is really, and it's a lot going for it. You know?
Yeah, I don't know how they achieved all that with 5.5 gigabytes, but
Yeah. And it
Um,
just
but
came
no.
out on PSVR 2, so if you're on it's one of the few fucking games that you can actually play on PSVR 2 that's like dope as fuck. You know what I mean?
yeah, it's sick. All the different aliens that you can shoot and blow up.
They're so
with,
weird.
like-
the fucking like hand things coming at
dude,
you.
fuck
and
the hand things. The one that like runs up the
Yes,
stairs scared the
dude.
shit out of me.
It's so scary.
Fucking and
The
then
weird
there's-
like flesh cube.
yes,
things.
I was just about to say
Oh,
the
God.
flesh cubes.
Yeah, they're weird,
We
bro.
got little ass cracks in the on the back.
The fuck?
It's
Dude,
weird.
you gotta see, like, yeah, the little flesh cubes are weird. And then when you like shoot them with a shotgun and they explode, there's like every panel of the cube and then like little organs that were inside of it and shit.
Oh.
Yeah,
Disturbing.
it's a gory.
It's very
game.
disturbing. Yeah.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, I gotta get back into to playing some VR games. I've been out in the real world for a while. I like went ham for like 2 weeks, and then I was like, all right, I need to
Send
chill
it-
for
yeah.
a
Me
minute.
too.
You
I
just gotta
actually
take a break.
I haven't played in a minute on my VR.
I hadn't played in a minute either, and then I just got to watching his YouTube videos and was like, I need to play some fucking VR.
I've been kind of wishing they would put like an Assassin's Creed update for Quest 3, but I don't think they're ever going to do that. So I'm just going to have to go ahead and play it like it is, honestly. You know what I mean?
It's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried out Warzone Mobile because
How's
it
that?
dropped like last week. It's funny because it's got Verdansk and it's got like the old Resurgence map, the one that everybody liked. But
The Alcatraz Island?
yeah, which apparently is coming back this month to like the actual game. I think it's it is that one. I think that one's coming back.
I will make a return to COD to play that
Rebirth
now.
Island,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what it's called.
Rebirth Island, yeah.
Yeah, so that but yeah, so like you can hook your phone or hook your controller to the phone and play it that way, and
Yeah.
everybody else is trying to play touch screen, so I'm just like fucking just
wrecking
walking around
shop.
just murdering everyone. Like I'm like, what is the point of this? Like
Yeah.
this is fucked up. Like so there's already people on there just sweating, dude, like with the the actual controllers and
Yeah.
shit.
I played COD Mobile a while back, and I did that. And
Yeah, I did that
it's
too, I'm not
just
gonna lie.
the sheer advantage you
It's
have.
so
is-
satisfying just mowing down a bunch of fucking
if
people
they
who
weren't
are
all
just,
AI, but
Yeah, well, no, a lot of them are bots, but then there's like actual people too. There's like
but
voice.
once you play like 4 or 5 games
crazy.
with a fucking controller, it starts putting you in lobbies with people who are like
Playing with
better.
controller.
The more you play, the more it matches you. The less it matches you with bots. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like there's like a matchmaking system, which I think is pretty fair most of the time.
I mean, it's good to not like run people off from just throwing them with the sweats.
Yeah, well, and they also want to get you hooked. You know,
Yeah,
they want
yeah.
they want to get you hooked on that winning feeling. So they throw you in a lobby with like one other real dude, and he's like on your team, and you're going up against a bunch of easy bots, and you know what I mean. And
It's
then
like we
Yeah.
did it, boys. Yeah. Yeah, but I was like, all right, I would never actually. My phone got so hot that like, whenever I was trying to charge it, like a thing popped up and it was like, "We'll continue charging after temperature returns to normal state." Like
Damn, what phone do you have?
iPhone 14.
Shoot.
Like it's one of the most. It's the like besides the 15. It's like the most recent iPhone. Like it came out like 2 years ago, maybe.
Not even.
Yeah, and and it can't play this game. Like it can, but it gets so fucking hot, like that your phone is basically melting.
Damn.
Like
They probably made it with the newer phones in mind. I mean, like specifically like the 15 and up, because like that was the whole thing with the 15 is they have this like gaming chip in the phone and like thermal distribution and all this shit, you know what I mean? It was like they had a big point about like how it's better for gaming, but then there's like, you know, no games other than Resident Evil fucking coming, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but Warzone Mobile was coming out before. Like they've been working on it for a while.
I mean, they've had Call of Duty Mobile forever, and that's been perfectly playable and looks just fine. You know what I mean? Like,
I think it's just unoptimized probably because, dude, it took longer to download the mobile game like than it did to fucking download the 120 gig actual game. Like it just literally sat there and was just like loading like forever. It was crazy. But anyways, played that. I've been playing Dark Souls 2. It's the only Dark Souls I haven't played, so now I'm on to that and like trying to beat that. I'm pretty far in, like a good 20 hours in or so.
I just wish they'd give us another Sekiro, man. I'm tired of Dark Souls. I'm tired of fucking, you know.
I don't know. I got kind of bored
Elden
with Dark
Ring
Souls.
too, or I want another Sekiro. Like I don't care about the Dark Souls games personally.
I love them.
And I know they're the main games or whatever.
No, I don't
like,
think it's that way. I just
it's
really enjoy them. Like I think like once you like sit down and just play one, you're gonna be like, fuck, I can't believe.
I've tried so many times. I've tried to play Dark Souls Remastered. I've tried to play Dark Souls 3. I've even tried to play Demon Souls, which fucking
Demon Souls is insane. That's
ridiculous.
hard as fuck. Dark Souls 3 is like
in
perfect.
a way, Demon Souls can be easier because you can stock up on the fucking like health things. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but the
there's a
fact
way
that
to
there's
spam
no
your way through Demon Souls easily if you wanted to.
Look,
you know?
look, Jamel. They make Brent sad. Okay?
I know.
That's all
the
it is.
scene-
It's the tone
Yeah,
of the
the
game.
the
It's
scenery.
the same with
and it,
Bloodborne. Like, I actually like the gameplay of Bloodborne a lot, but it's just like
I wanna give Bloodborne
the
a try.
vibe of it kind of bums me out, man.
It's kind of strange to me because I don't get that vibe from it. Like I don't get the bummy vibe. Like
I don't know why.
I get like
really
a
can't
weird.
put my finger on it. It just depresses
No,
me.
I
It's
know
the same
exactly
with,
where you're coming from.
Same
but,
with Lies of P. Lies of P. I really
Lies of
wanna
P
know-
is kind of bummy.
It bummed me out, bro. I don't know why. But like Elden Ring has that same kind of grunginess to it, but it doesn't bum me out.
That's what I was about to say.
You know what
Elden
I mean?
Ring has the same exact feeling.
That's what's
Like,
weird about it. It's like, and I
There's
think
not
this
as much
sense
despair
of, I
in
think it's the
Elden Ring,
sense of
though.
exploration and the
Yeah.
fact that Limgrave, where it starts you, is such a pretty place. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like the other ones starts you ugly and then take you pretty. Elden Ring starts you pretty and takes you ugly, and I'd rather start
the opposite.
Yeah, I know that. I don't know if that makes any sense.
No, I
it
know
makes,
what
it
you
makes
mean.
complete sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't. I don't get that vibe. Like I really enjoy it. Like
And you know what? Same with Sekiro. Sekiro starts you pretty and takes you ugly. And you know what? I think I prefer it. I don't know why, but like that makes all the difference for me.
I don't think Sekiro ever gets ugly. It stays pretty, like for the most part.
it
Like
gets pretty ugly, bro. I don't know. You know?
maybe I just never reached that part. But like,
You get down in them caves with them fucking them dudes, you know what I'm
The
saying?
dudes in the cave.
The dudes in the caves. you
yeah, there's
know?
always a cave area. I always hate the cave stuff in Dark Souls. That's literally my least favorite. It's like fucking water levels, you know, like in normal games. Like once you hit the area where there's like poison everywhere and stuff, I hate those areas.
Yeah.
But like, you know, I just get through it because everything else is awesome, you know.
And that's my thing. I like super challenging games. I just want it to have like a not like oppressive vibe. I know that sounds crazy, but like, you know,
No, I know.
like I really enjoyed the Star Wars ones they did, you know what I mean? And I played those on like the harder difficulties. I found them really enjoyable, you know what I mean? Fucking
I'm the same way with Dark Souls. I agree 100% with you.
I think my
Mortal Shell was another one that was kind of bummy, you know, bummed me out, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Really.
my problem is like I don't trust anybody else to make them other than, you know, From Software. That's the thing is like even though I know like they're going to have that same aesthetic and everything, I know they put so much time and effort to making sure that when you die it's your fault, like, and everything is just it just works, that like I don't trust other like Souls games because like for some reason I feel like they're off by like just a small thing, like it'll just fuck it up. So
Yeah.
it's like you mess up one little thing and it's just not the same to me.
To me, the best Souls-like game that's not from like From Software specifically is probably the Jedi series.
Yeah,
You know what
definitely.
I mean? Like they did a good job of like managing that like feeling of like being, like in this powerful world and like dealing with powerful things with like skill, what I mean, and making you feel skillful for doing it.
But it also feels like it's its own thing. Like it doesn't feel exactly like a Dark Souls game. It feels
more like Sekiro than anything.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it captures that same, okay, here's your checkpoint, all your enemies respawn, all your, it's the same design.
Same vibe.
You know what I mean?
Same formula.
And I think that's like what separates the better Souls-like games are the ones that like
try to
something
do something
a little bit different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that's why. I don't know.
That's why I got bored with the Pinocchio one.
Yes.
Like, because I was like, well, this is just like watered down Dark Souls. Like, I don't want to play a watered down version of the game that I can just go play.
I just got bored with it. I don't know, man. Like, there's gotta be something that keeps me coming. You know what I mean? And like, I don't know. And I just don't know. It didn't have that for me. Like,
yeah, no, I feel you. Like, well, I feel like though one day you're just gonna like stick it out. You're gonna play Dark Souls 3
I think
all the way through, and you're
any
gonna
of
be like,
them,
"Fuck,
that
was great."
The one that grabbed me more than any of them that I almost like committed to was probably Dark Souls Remastered, and I've thought about going back to that one specifically more than any of them. You know
Remastered
what I mean?
looks less good than 3.
I'm not really worried about the way it looks. I just want to like enjoy myself while I play it. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't mind even playing like the original fucking Dark Souls if it was just more fun. You know what I mean?
Oh, dude. I mean, 1 and 3 are basically the same. Like, there's not much differences to them. 2 is completely different from all of them, which is weird. Like, I went in because I was like, I just want to play more Dark Souls, and then I'm playing it. I'm like, holy fuck, this is completely different. Like the iframes are fucking different. Like I was telling you before the podcast, bless you.
Thank you.
You have to like in Dark Souls 2, you start with half the iframes for the dodge roll than you do in Dark Souls 1 and 2, and you have to literally level up your rolling. Like
what?
Yeah. So like that's why everybody hates Dark Souls 2 is because it's completely different. And like
okay.
like it's not the same as the other two. It has the same look, the same idea, but there's a lot of different concepts that
mechanic changes.
Yeah, and they don't bring them back in 3 either. Like a lot of the things that they did in 2 are not in 3 or 1.
Probably because people were pissed.
Yeah, basically. But it's still a good game. Like I'm having so much fun, like just running through it. Like I was saying, I'm like 20 hours in, at least 5 or 6 bosses in. Like it's fun, dude. And when you win, you feel good, And it's one of those. So,
Hell yeah.
Anyways, that's it. That's all I've been playing. Let's go ahead and jump into the video game news. Just so you guys know, we are using articles from gaming news sites from around the web, and we do not claim any of the articles as our own. We're simply giving commentary. Yeah, well, I just went British and said articles. All right, let's do it.
Sounded like Australian to me.
It was Australian, and then it went British.
Dipped into the British.
I can never just stick to one, Like it's there it goes. It's going back, and now I'm going back to Australian.
Oh my gosh!
Like that would be funny. Like you're like a spy, and like just slowly like.
Your accents are just changing to all the ones that you can do.
What if you just had
Where's this guy
multiple
from?
personality disorder and it was like rapidly fluctuating and like one of your personalities is British and one of them is Australian?
Australian, dude. Yeah, but like people, I feel like they wouldn't want to be rude. It's like the guy's fucking. I swear.
What if you just? What if like that would be your excuse to be like, oh, my parents are British. I was raised in Australia.
In it, yeah, you
in
just,
it, go.
bit odd, isn't it?
A bit odd. Harry Potter. This is like every British
I
person
can't really
says
do
it.
it. I can't do an Australian. I can do British, but I can't do Australian.
You just have to upspeak at the end of every sentence. Make your voice go up, but doing a British accent, and then like
only thing I can do Australian is crikey.
Is that really how you gotta do it, mate?
yeah, it's always like at the very everything like that. It's like
I'm gonna think of
yeah, like now that I'm thinking, of it, just so you guys know, we are using articles from gaming news sites from around the web. And it's
All right, that's pretty. Yeah,
it's always up, even whenever they're talking about something
like the
sad.
End of your like phrase though, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's like
They'll always be sad. They'll like I watched like a documentary about like this volcano exploding and killing a bunch of people. And like it was like we were out there looking, and she was dead. I'm just like it's always like up. Like
She was dead?
Yeah, she was dead, and I didn't know what to do. But there I was, and it's like, dude, just go down one time. Just. But anyways, yeah.
That's
What you
funny.
guys got? News.
I guess the biggest thing would be the Unreal conference thing. Did y'all?
No,
I didn't get that one because I didn't know if it was like actually
Yeah, give me that.
like
What we
gaming
got?
or if it was just like a bunch of PC stuff. Nothing against PC, but I didn't know if
What's
it.
that supposed to mean, Jamil?
You know what I mean? Like I like just like we made a lot of iPhone games and like indie game like adjustments to Unreal Engine. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's pretty video game related stuff.
Oh no, I know, but I just meant like I didn't find like I personally was like, are we gonna find this interesting? But hey, if
Are you gonna find this? I find this pretty interesting, Jamil.
I might not.
I would like to thank our viewers too.
Let me
if
be
they-
the judge of this.
Yeah, let's hear it. Then we can
No,
decide.
no, there's a couple interesting things. So this is everything that was announced at the State of Unreal 2024.
Ah, shit.
Okay, all right.
Honestly, this has got to be interesting. Like,
No, yeah, I mean,
Unreal is like responsible for over half
Everything.
of the fucking gaming world landscape right now. You know,
Were they the ones in heat lately? Like taking heat? Not in heat.
In-
They're just fucking the other.
I can't stop booking the competition. No, but like they were taking a lot of heat for like
Unreal?
yeah.
I don't think so.
I don't.
Who was it that was like for they were charging indie developers like a shit ton of money? They like added some bullshit.
No, there might have.
Was that Unreal?
Was it Unreal?
I think that was Unreal.
Well, there's only really two fucking game engines that matter. It's either
If-
Unreal or Unity. Fucking,
No,
you know?
it was Unity.
Okay, I say
It was Unity,
It was a
for
little
sure.
while ago too. Like this wasn't super recent that this news came up. I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a month ago. And it was Unity.
I thought it was even longer than that. I remember hearing something about it.
That's fucked up.
That's fucked up.
No, so the biggest thing to get revealed at it was Amy Hennig reveals Marvel 1943.
Oh
Ri-
yeah,
Rise of Hydra.
I seen that. That looks
Yeah.
pretty cool to me, honestly.
What
You know?
what is
So,
it? Just
in
like
an
a
unexpected
I
yet
thought it was a
pleasant
fucking
surprise.
movie when I first started watching the trailer because it was so lifelike.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it looked like bad CG for a second, and then I realized, like, this is not a live action movie I'm looking at. This is the fucking, like,
It's a
cutscene
video-
in a
yeah.
fucking video game. Like, it was that realistic. I mean, like,
I mean, she
fucking-
did the Uncharted games, so or like some of them.
I
so.
mean, this literally looks like a fucking movie. Like, I mean, I'm not joking. Like,
play that video real quick. Let me see what it looks like. Show me the.
So
it kind of blew
but
my
it-
mind. Like,
Oh, that's a tech demo.
yeah, this is a long video.
Yeah.
We'll show you the video. We'll show you the
I'll
trailer
just
after.
Google it.
So
because I was like, when I first saw it, okay, my first thought was like, wow, this is a fucking, you know, like live action movie. And then my second thought was like, okay, this is the modern like Final Fantasy Advent Children. This is like the pinnacle of like fucking CG movie animation. And then I'm like, wow, this is actually going to be a fucking video game. Okay.
yeah. So it's gonna be like
Yeah.
Captain America and Black Panther.
Yeah, but like in the 40s, right?
yeah,
Like,
1943.
yeah.
And it's like the start of Hydra too.
So this is just a cutscene, or like I guess a.
Yeah, but I
yeah.
mean, like, fucking impressive, dude. Like,
Yeah, they're using
we
a-
cannot deny how amazing the fucking like animation looks on this.
Well, apparently
like,
they
you
have
know
like a
what I mean?
special. There's a software that they're using. It says alongside a proper reveal of the game, we also learned that it would use Epic's tech, most notably MetaHuman Animator, to provide more photorealistic facial animations.
I mean, it looks photorealistic to me. Like, I'm really impressed with just how it
Yeah.
all looks. You know what I mean? Like, fucking. It looks a lot like a you know, if the MCU didn't quite have the budget it does right now. You know?
Yeah,
Like,
they had to do animated stuff.
It's really impressive to me personally, and you
Yeah.
can tell they're using their nanite and their lumen and like all the fucking, you know, ray tracing effects to like a new level in this. You know what I mean? Like fucking Unreal Engine shit is about to get crazy. I think.
Like, dude, it doesn't hold a candle to Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within. All right.
Oh, shit.
No, it looks good. I'm definitely interested to see what the actual game is going to look like, though.
Yeah.
I didn't know that this even happened. That's pretty cool.
I feel like it's probably going to look pretty crazy.
Pretty crazy.
I
got a feeling.
So yeah, it's Epic's integrating MetaHuman into UEFM, which is the Unreal. Wait, what is the UE? No, yeah, Unreal Engine 5. Epic's gonna launch a Fortnite season in Unreal 5.
Okay.
Oh, wait, wasn't the last one in Unreal? No, it was Unreal 4, right?
Fortnite's already been fully transitioned over to Unreal 5, right?
Then what is UEFN then? I'm not seeing any.
Dude, you telling me it's even close to
Oh,
that? This is the most real animations ever made. This is Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within, dude. You don't remember this? Came out like 2000. Okay. It has nothing to do with Final Fantasy at all.
Yeah. I completely forgot about it, but yeah.
I don't even understand what this movie's technically about. Like
Nobody does.
How is it related
That's
to
what
Final?
makes it so great.
Yeah, they're just like, how about we just call it Final Fantasy, and it just be nothing about Final Fantasy. I mean, for 2001, I think when this came out, or maybe even before. That's some pretty good. That looks good.
No, it's impressive for sure.
The next best thing would be like Shrek, dude.
Or like The Matrix, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but The Matrix was like,
Oh, you're just talking about straight animation.
Straight
yeah.
This is straight CG.
Yeah, for
like,
sure.
you know?
I mean, there are a lot of scenes in The Matrix that are straight CG.
True,
you know what
true.
I mean?
I thought it was all real, though. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah.
I'm saying, you got a whole movie full of Matrix quality fucking...
Yeah, it came out in 2001. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I remember I got it on DVD, dude, just so I could like be like, yeah, I got Final Fantasy on DVD. You know what
I
I'm
had
saying?
that shit too. I
But
still
yeah.
have the case, I think, in my room.
Dude,
I forgot all about that movie.
it was.
I think I seen it once when I was like little, and that was it. Never fucking crossed my mind again.
It was definitely a movie. Like
movie.
it was. It was one of the movies of all time.
Speaking of Final Fantasy, I think that's going to be the next thing I play once I'm done with Persona, the new Final Fantasy, game that just came out.
Nice. I've heard good things.
Me too.
While he's reading
That's-
that, just
And then just Unreal Engine 5.4's full release is coming next month.
Cool.
So the other stuff is just Fortnite.
I can't
stuff.
wait to see some real games get developed and put out 5, you know what I mean? Unreal 5.
Yeah, we're about to see a lot. We're about to see a big
That's what
wave
I'm saying.
of Unreal
All the
5.
shit that's been getting developed in the past year or so since the fucking, Matrix tech demo came out, like, we're going to,
The Dune game is going to be in Unreal 5.
Is it really?
Mm-hmm.
Is it going to be like a actual game, or is it like another fucking tactics type game?
Well, no, Dune Awakening is going to be like a whole fucking. I think it's like an RPG or maybe even like a multiplayer RPG. Yeah, there's going to be. Yeah, I think it's like going to be like, or maybe a multiplayer survival. I was watching the trailer for it the other day, but it looks like it's going to be pretty crazy.
I was also kind of thinking about playing Dragon's Dogma 2.
Dude, I want to see more gameplay of it.
hold up. Since we're this may tell you whether you should or not, because there's a lot of news about Dragon's Dogma 2.
Because we're talking about game engines. That's made in the Resident Evil game engine that's been pumping out all kinds of dope shit, like Devil May Cry and all the past couple Resident Evil games and shit. You know?
But they pulled some bullshit.
Yeah,
though.
let me run it down.
Bring up the
Run
microtransactions.
it back.
Yo.
Run it back.
So Capcom has responded to disgruntled Dragon's Dogma 2 PC players and address the backlash to the game's controversial microtransactions and performance problems that have resulted in a mixed user review rating on Valve's platform. It's fucking Steam. Who says that? On Valve's platform? Oh my gosh. Anyways.
Trying to sound cool. Okay.
Yeah. Oh no.
They had to meet a certain amount of words.
It literally, that's what it is.
For the article.
ChatGPT rewrite this with more words. No, but as IGN has reported, Dragon's Dogma 2 is currently embroiled in a vociferous debate, oh my god, about its day one microtransactions, which let players pay real-world money for useful items in the $70 single-player action role-playing game. Dragon's Dogma 2 has also run up against performance problems, even on powerful PCs with frame rate a particular issue. Now, in a message directly addressing Dragon's Dogma 2 players on Steam, Capcom has responded to this backlash, saying, we would like to update you on the status of the following items, about which we have received numerous comments from the community. To all those looking forward to this game, we sincerely apologize for any inconvenience. In its note to PC players, Capcom listed all the items that can be obtained in-game or as paid DLC items, which is the Art of Metamorphosis character editor, ambivalent rift incense, change pawn inclinations, blah, 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 blah.
It's like fast travel.
Yeah, you can't fast travel without paying
saves,
money.
Multiple save slots, apparently.
Yeah, you literally have to pay to save the game. Like actual real world money. Like,
what?
Yeah, this is a real thing that they did.
Not
I don't
to save the game, to have multiple save slots.
Yeah, infinite save slots.
Yeah, so like that's what I mean though. It's like just to save your fucking, if you want to have two games like in one fucking game, you got to pay real world money for that shit. And fast travel. You got to pay real world money to fast travel in a single player game. Like, I don't understand what they were thinking. But in doing this, Capcom is making the point that these items can be obtained through normal gameplay, a point some players have already expressed in defending Dragon's Dogma 2's monetization. Meanwhile, Capcom addressed PC performance problems and reiterated a warning about Dragon's Dogma 2 putting CPUs under extreme pressure when numerous characters appear at the same time. Capcom said it's investigating and fixing critical problems such as crashes and freezing, starting with the highest priority in patches to be released soon. Interestingly, Capcom said it's looking into adding the option of starting a new game to the Steam version. We are looking at adding a feature to the Steam version of the game that will allow players that are already playing to restart the game. It's like, you can't do that right now. Capcom said, we will announce more details.
No, they've already announced, like, officially that they're going to do that. Like,
that's what they just said. But I'm saying it's weird that they put out a game where you can't restart. Like, you get that one save. And it's like, if you fucked up, like, that's your game. Like, you're stuck. But
yeah, I could see how that would piss a lot of people off, because I like to make, like, a goofy, like, Jay Leno looking guy for my first character, and then fucking, get a feel for the the game, and then, I'd hate to be stuck with goofy Jay Leno, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
But at the same time, with the fast travel and stuff, I think that's more of, like, the game doesn't really want you to fast travel, and therefore is giving you, like, limited amount of items, you know what I mean? Where it's like, you could pay to have, it's like Sekiro. There's, like, random things in Sekiro, like respecking your character and shit.
Yeah.
There's not a way to, like, buy it online, you know what I mean? But you have to use, like, items you can only get in the game.
Yeah,
that are
for sure.
exceedingly rare, you know what I mean? Like, they're just giving you an option to buy these fucking items that, like, are basically, like, game breaking if you fucking have too many of them, you know what I mean? Like, that's the way I see it, personally. But I do think the character creation thing is, like,
and the save slots
is ridiculous, you know what I mean? Like, the save slot thing, it's whatever. There's lots of games that only give you one save slot.
No, there's not games that give you one save slot that you can't save over, like, to restart the game. Like, imagine you beat the game. That's it. That's your game. Like, you only get to play it one time, like, through.
I'm pretty sure there are games like that, though. You know what I mean? That are, like, tied to your, like, online name. You know what I mean? Like
MMOs and stuff, not a single-player game. Most single-player games, you beat it, you can just restart, like, completely delete out the save and then play it again.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They're like, making it to where you can restart it. You know what I mean? But I get why everybody's mad. Like, the whole multiple save things. You got two people in one house wanting to play, whatever.
Or yourself. Yeah, like, what if you want to respec a character? Like, you literally can't. Like, that's it. The game's done. It's like, whoever you made, like, and put in the game, that's it. There's no way out, like, unless you pay.
You can find items in the game to respec your character, like I was just saying.
No, but respecing your character doesn't change your character's, like, base stats and then, like, the way they look. Like, say you chose a class. Like, just respecing most of the time doesn't change your class. It just changes where you allotted points afterwards. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't restart a whole story and do whatever you want. Like it's
like
just
a different type of character.
or a different type of character, a different class, a different, like you chose a different option instead of going this way, you went this way. It's like you go through the game and that's it. That's done.
So modders have said fuck you to Capcom and have modded all of these features into the game.
Yeah, I mean, it only makes sense. Like, I don't understand what they were thinking with this. Like, I've never heard of that.
I just feel like, it's possible, like that, okay, yes, this all seems very, egregious, for sure, you know what I mean? But it's possible that the developers are just trying to force you into having a fucking demanding experience by, like, having you, like, only, having you have to commit to certain choices you make, including your character. You know what I mean? Like, this could be one of those Dark Soul-y type weird, quirky things that's, like, I don't know, man. Like,
yeah, I don't know. I don't even know. Like, I've heard different things about the gameplay. I've heard that it's like an old-school PC RPG type game.
That's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of those older games are, like, kind of unforgiving in that respect, you know what I mean? And I think maybe they're just trying to capture that, like, same kind of, like, oppressive, like, you have to deal with the consequences of your actions kind of vibe that, like, older PC games had, and, like, games like Elden Ring are famous for, you know what I mean? But at the same time, like, I do think they realize they messed up and they're trying to make it better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, maybe they went a little too far with it, you know what I mean?
I don't know. I don't think they meant for that. Like, that's just a weird, because like to not add saves like that. I mean, Dark Souls doesn't even do that. Like, you can still save in a Dark Souls game. Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me. I don't.
You can save in this game.
No, I'm saying
like,
multiple saves.
I know.
Like,
It's
you
just
don't
like
have
the way
to
you say
pay.
it,
Like,
yeah.
you can restart. You can actually delete your game. Like, this one you can't. Like, that's what I'm saying. It just doesn't make any sense. It's not like this is hard. It's like you literally can't delete your game if you want to.
But you can after this newest.
Yeah,
patch.
after
It's
the
about
update.
to
But I'm saying, why release it like that? That just doesn't make any sense. Like, what was their thought? What was their thought process on that? Like, it doesn't make the game harder. It just makes it dumb. Like, you don't have options. Like, for your game, like your menu is limited. It has nothing to do with like the actual game itself.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh, now my game's harder because I just picked somebody I didn't want to pick. It's like, now I just don't want to play because I picked a character I didn't like, or it's like, I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Like, I get everything after, like, say you're in the game already and you make a bad decision.
Yeah.
It's like, well,
I
too
mean,
bad.
I think that's why that's the only thing that they're patching to fix. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything else is kind of what they designed it to be. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
this is definitely a mistake on their part. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's his name? Parker bought it and returned it within like 2 hours. He said he's got a 4090. Like, what's the big one? The TX.
It sounds
or
like it
TI.
doesn't fucking matter what kind of graphics.
Yeah, that's how.
card you have.
Well, it's
all
also a
about your
CPU. He's got like a dope ass CPU. He just literally built
built
a
a-
$5,000 PC, like,
Yeah.
and like it couldn't handle it. Like, his frames. So like when he plays Warzone, which my frames like on my 2080 Ti are like 40 to 50, like, max. Like, it sticks around like 50, more like 50. But in Warzone, he'll get like 200 frames. Like, it's just that good. Like, but he's trying to play fucking Dragon's Dogma, and he said it was dropping down to like 10 frames, like, just on its own. Like,
Yeah.
but they were killing NPCs. Like, that's what people were doing.
To cut down on the load.
Yeah, they were just killing NPC characters so that the frame rate would come back to normal.
People were murdering entire villages of NPCs to cut down on the.
It's just
on the
weird
load and
because,
help
like, on the
performance.
consoles, like, it doesn't have these kind of issues. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're sticking in the, like, mid-30s. You know what I mean? Sometimes going into the 40s and 50s it's, like, unlocked on the console versions.
It's just bad optimization.
Yeah.
That's all.
Well, it's just strange to me. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Yeah.
I also feel like, is he using the frame generation and stuff?
DLSS, yeah.
Like not
Well,
just DLSS,
no,
but
there's not.
DLSS.
So
they claim that there's DLSS 3 in it.
there's not. I just saw another article.
'Cause that
Somebody
was
modded it. Somebody modded it to have DLSS 3.
Like, literally, when I downloaded the most recent NVIDIA drivers, it was like, Dragon's Dogma coming with DLSS 3. Like,
Hold on, let me
I
see.
saw
'Cause
another article talking about it. Somebody modded it into it.
it just seems weird that NVIDIA would be, like,
Yeah.
advertising.
I mean,
a
it might
mod,
become
you know
it might be
what
a later thing.
Maybe.
Maybe it's just a little behind on
Because
the.
I feel like frame
doing it.
generation is one of those things, especially with the 4090, that could really change the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm assuming he's trying to play it at 4K if that's the case. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I'm trying to figure out what his what he said. I guess he put it in general of the Discord.
Yeah, so like right here, they have an article that says Dragon's Dogma 2 DLSS 3 mod boosts frame rate. So it might just be a fact of like it's not currently in the game right now, but it will be, or it's coming, or it is now.
that's weird.
Because that article was 3 days ago.
Yeah, I'm gonna look some stuff up.
But I'll take us to.
I was getting 120 steady, then dipped to the low to below 30 for no reason with DLSS. That shit shouldn't happen. That's what he was saying. Is that it just keeps dropping down super low.
Yep. Just.
But he claims he was using DLSS.
Oh really?
Well, no. Apparently, DLSS 3 isn't in it yet. Like DLSS and DLSS 3 are different things.
That's what I'm saying. He was
You know
using
what I'm
DLSS.
Yeah, not 3.
Yeah.
Maybe he needs to try the.
But it's weird though because like I did read something like that must be something they're planning on adding in the future. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, it's already got the file in the game for DLSS. Like the modder just had to like turn it on basically. You know what I mean? Like at some point surely they're like planning on fucking like letting you use it, you know? Because even the driver update, like I said the other day, had a note about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's very, very interesting. I'm sure it'll like come around after they fuck with everything. I just found it weird that Capcom of all people would put out a game that had this many issues right off the bat. Like I don't think people. It's so weird to me how like these big AAA developers don't understand how much gamers hate microtransactions at this point. Like. Just even if you think it will help the game, just don't fucking do it. Nobody wants it. Like
the problem is that like the silent minority are buying enough microtransactions.
Oh,
to
I'm
where
sure.
It's fucking, you know what I mean? Like
there's like some whale.
They're making a
who's just-
fucking fortune when they do stuff like this, and it's the people that are voting with their wallets and not their mouth that are keeping it happening.
Oh, I'm
You
sure.
know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, but you know the thing is about it, it's like if they keep putting out games that do things like that, eventually they just start to take a hit by it. Like even though you still have those few people that come in and spend all that money, if your next game just has like poor ass fucking reviews, then even those people don't show up because they show up to this one because nobody knew what to expect. They already bought it. They're already in.
I just think what we as gamers can do to like mitigate this is to support games like Baldur's Gate 3 and fucking Elden Ring and like games that aren't trying to like rip you off and give you a full package at release. You know what I mean? Like we as gamers need to be going out and buying these games even if like it's not your like total cup of tea, because that's what's going to keep this type of game being made. You know what I'm saying? Like, and keep games like Grand Theft Auto 6 from ending up being
bullshit.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I don't include DLC in this. DLC's awesome. Like there should always be DLC.
I don't mind DLC if it's as long as it's not like something you announce like 6 months
before the
game
even
is
comes
released.
out.
Yeah, like don't be making your DLC in tandem with your fucking like actual game.
Yeah,
Make
and
it
already have it ready to go, but
Yeah.
you wait 3 months to release it after for that extra.
Fuck that. Like I don't want any
Yeah.
part of that shit. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah. Anyways, who's next? Who's got
I
it?
guess it's me. Let's see what we got here. And go on in the notes. All right. Oh gosh, this is interesting. Okay. A former gaming executive has been sentenced to death in China for poisoning the founder of Chinese gaming company Yuzu Games. This
Dang.
story also connects to the recently released Netflix series Three Body Problem from the creator of Game of Thrones. CBS News reports that Zhu Yao poisoned Yuzu founder Lin Kui in December 2020 over a business dispute. Lin's tea was poisoned, according to The Hollywood Reporter, and he died 10 days later at the age of 39.
Damn.
Zhu was taken into custody not long after Lin's death. A court said multiple other people at Yuzu were sickened but survived after Zhu poisoned drinks in the company's office after
God
reported
damn.
disputes.
So is he just like a serial poisoner.
Yeah, apparently he was like a big fan of Breaking Bad, and he like got the idea from Breaking Bad. And
What was he poisoning him with?
I don't know. Hang on, let me see.
rat
And it might
poison?
say something. Yeah, I don't think it tells. They
Trying to
probably
fucking-
don't want people to go around
It's
doing
just like
it. You know, what I mean?
ricin or something.
But yeah, he's in jail now. Probably gonna be in for a long time.
Trying to fucking Jamestown the whole damn company.
I mean, he's an executive too. Like he was just. Hang on, let me see. Zoo was in charge of the business unit within Yuzu that handled this, and Lin was named as an executive producer on Three Body Problem for Netflix. So like basically, he's just been poisoning people and fucking working his way up the fucking ladder, and just like anybody that disagrees with him is fucking.
Like, yeah, I don't know, man. I think we should go a different route. Let's try something different. You know what I'm saying? He's like,
Yes, come to my office for tea.
He's
and
like-
we'll talk.
Oh,
I think I'm good on the tea. He's like,
You're
just
coming for tea.
he just stares him in the eyes, like, throws the tea at him.
yeah, that is, I wonder what China's death penalty is over there. How they go about it.
I don't know. It's probably fucked up.
Yeah, like
They probably
it's
still
probably
do firing
squad or
Yeah,
something.
If I had
I know in Japan you still got firing squad. You also got like hanging.
Really?
Yeah.
Do they? I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
I ain't know
really?
that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I think we're like the only people that were like, nah, we'll change it up a little bit.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, we'll just give you
Honestly, like,
the
you
chair.
know, shit. It's kind of hard to think about, like, what I would, you know, like, if you have to execute me, just shoot me in the fucking dome sickle, you know? I'm not
in
trying
the
to get,
dome
I'm
sickle.
not trying to get
dude.
electrocuted or fucking, like,
Yeah, that would
like, shot up with
suck.
chemicals or something. Like, just shoot me in the face.
Honestly,
like,
though, like the chemical thing, it doesn't sound that bad.
it
Like,
doesn't sound bad, but I'm sure it sucks ass, bro. Like,
well, I mean,
or just do have y'all seen the fucking euthanasia pods? They literally, you sit in a bubble and they fill it up with nitrogen.
no,
with
that
all-
apparently that was horrible. Apparently they were
really?
like, "Oh, you're gonna die real fast," and they gave it to. It took him like 30 minutes to die.
Oh,
like, and he
fuck.
was just like, because it pulls the oxygen out of you or whatever. So he was just like,
It just
like-
replaces oxygen, and
Yeah.
then like most times though, like if okay, say like
that
you're in a
sounds
space.
so fucking.
yeah,
that
he's
gives me
like
the
he was basically
heebie-jeebies,
like
dude.
drowning, like just right there. They said like he was like foaming at the mouth and like
Bro, fuck that. Put me on a sub.
well, most times
sink
when
me
you're
down
like
to
a
the Titanic.
now, most times when you're in a space that gets like all the oxygen removed, you just pass out, and then that's
yeah.
it.
Unfortunately, you know,
That guy-
it doesn't always
that
work
guy
out.
got
that-
fucked.
Yeah,
Like-
they were like, "Don't worry," but hey, that might be karma. I mean, if you're on death row, you did some pretty fucked up.
No, this
shit.
is a euthanasia pod. Oh, you're talking about if
Yeah,
it was
because
a-
they
if
no
it
they
was a
they
death
use
penalty.
this on the death penalty guy. Like here in I don't remember if it was in Texas or what. Like look it up. It happened like a month ago.
execution by what like
By
ni-
the stuff you're talking about.
nitrogen chamber.
No, like it's the little like it sucks the oxygen out. It's like in a bag. They put it over his mouth.
That makes me so
No,
uncomfortable.
no. What I'm talking about, like this method of like supposed euthanasia pods, that like it seals you in, and then it fills it up with nitrogen, and then the displacement of the oxygen, it doesn't suck the air out of you.
So it was on January 25th, the state of Alabama executed Kenneth Smith using nitrogen hypoxia. It subjected him to inhale pure nitrogen through a mask until he suffocated.
Yeah.
Despite state claims that it would be a painless death, witnesses reported Mr. Hold on, let me read to you what they said happened to him, because this is just interesting for the podcast, I feel like, at this point.
Right.
Let's
What
see.
a dark subject.
Yeah, it says earlier this month, the United Nations human rights experts warned that the untested execution method might result in a painful and I don't get the humiliating part, death. But anyway, so
Making funny faces.
like, oh, look at him, dude. Yeah, like let me see.
Oh man,
jeez.
But let me
It's fucked.
yeah, right here. It says, despite the state claims that it would be a painless death, witnesses reported that Mr. Smith shook, convulsed, writhed, and gasped for minutes until he was pronounced dead at least 22 minutes after the execution begun. Though just how long it took is unknown, since Alabama closed the execution curtain before the official time. Like,
Wow,
Jesus.
bro.
yeah,
That's
this
fucked.
happened this year.
This
Like,
year?
That was in January February 25th.
Holy shit.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Fuck all this, like, okay, let's be humane and put the game. Just shoot me.
Yeah.
Just shoot me in the head. It's instant.
What if they're just a bad shot? Like,
Dude, no. Put
like-
it right to my fucking dome.
That's not how they do it though. They do a firing squad.
All right, here's what we're gonna do.
Like, they got
here's what
everybody,
We're
like-
we're gonna tie 7 strings to the trigger, okay? And the thing's gonna be right at my dome sickle, okay? I'm gonna be standing there like strapped to a thing.
Wait,
where I
all
can't
se-
move,
oh, okay, I get
and
what
all
you-
7 of them are gonna pull on the string, and only one of them's really gonna be tied to it, but nobody's gonna know. Nobody's gonna know who did it. You know what I mean?
What happens is like, 6 of them don't pull, and then the one guy pulls, and they're like, "Heh, you did it, bitch."
No, we're gonna have like people watching. You know
Yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean?
no, I
and
get
you're
it.
next if you don't do it.
Damn.
No, I'm just kidding.
What is this, North Korea?
Just kidding. We
You
just say
would-
that. We just say that to scare
No,
them.
just- let me
This is
go.
for fun. It's just all part of the experience here in Alabama.
This is, of course, happening in Alabama for sure.
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean,
man.
but like I said, I feel like once you're on death penalty, they don't really care what you want. It's just kind of like you're getting whatever the state offers. It's not like you can just be like, I want to jump off a cliff or something. They're like,
No,
no,
fuck that. That's not guaranteed. You're like,
you jump off a small cliff.
you
This is like,
break all your bones, but you're still alive.
they
You're
just
like,
carry you back to the top, just throw you again. Oh. No, but like,
No,
okay.
Let me go out like a
I
samurai.
just feel like
dude.
there's got to be way easier ways to go. Have a UFC fighter just choke you for like 15 minutes or something. You know what I mean? Like fucking.
Yeah, once you're out, then they just.
No, just keep on
Keep
choking
choking
you.
you.
Just do a blood choke and just don't stop. You know
No.
what I mean? Like you pass out in like 3 seconds and then you just
Or
eventually
Wouldn't wake up.
die. Yeah.
No. The thing. So in Shogun, they talk about how like if you fail in seppuku, there's like always a dude just waiting to chop your head off. Like,
no, that's part of seppuku.
yeah, like they don't always chop your head off. It's if you fail, like to die. Like if you don't die from your own, it's like dishonorable. Like if you don't kill yourself doing it, then they chop your head off to finish it
I
off.
thought the decapitation was like
No.
just always a part of it because stabbing yourself in the abdomen is not going to kill you any kind of quick.
Apparently it does. I guess you
Maybe
bleed
from
out
the
or something.
shock, Yeah.
No, I think you just bleed out like real fast. But like that's the thing. They
Everything that I'd seen about seppuku, there's somebody with like, or the decapitation all like happened.
I don't know. Look it up. Now that we're on
This is
this,
a fun, yeah.
yeah. Hey,
the
it's
most
funny. We were talking about the guy. He's just poisoning people. Now he's gonna get the firing squad. But whatever.
Yeah, China,
Well, hey, that's
China
another thing we
probably
should
just-
look up. If we're looking stuff up, let's look
Yeah,
up what the
you do
execution.
that. I'm gonna get the Chinese.
What are the executions like in other countries? You know what I mean? Like maybe they have different methods too. You know what I mean? Maybe it depends on what region of China you're in or whatever. You know what I mean? Like
Let's see. China commonly employs 2 methods of execution. Since 1949, the most common method has been execution by firing squad, which has been largely superseded by lethal injection.
oh, okay.
Using the
I was
same
about to say
three
they're
ju-
not like a third world country over there. Like surely they've adapted.
Neither
to,
is
like,
Japan,
whatever.
but they still do it.
Well, are you sure that that's their most common way? Or are they even executing people over there regularly still? Like
They don't do it regularly, but when they do, it's by firing squad or hanging.
look it up real quick just to make sure. 'cause,
Yeah, I'm
you
looking
know,
it up.
That might be one of those things that got phased out recently. You know what I mean? Like
Okay, here we go. Hanging has been Japan's sole execution method for around a century and a half now.
wow.
Convicts are led to the gallows blindfolded with their feet bound and hands cuffed. A trap door opens below them when several prison officers each press a button simultaneously in an adjacent room.
So
That's 2024.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
pretty crazy.
Yeah, so
So
yeah.
they're not firing squad at all over there. They're
No, just hanging ya.
motherfuckers. That's
Yeah.
horrifying. Yeah.
Yeah, that would suck. That's just like hands
Fuck,
cuffed.
dude.
It's like you're about to go on a roller coaster, except for you ain't coming back.
It seems so primitive. Like
What is it?
So no, you're right. Yeah, it's just by like a disembowelment.
Yeah, because you're supposed to die from the disembowelment, and
Yeah,
if you
'cause
don't,
cut
it's
the aorta, the abdominal aorta.
yeah, it's dishonorable if you don't die. So like, if you have to get your head chopped off, you're like, fuck, man, I'm a loser. It's like that's how they were.
Just cut my head off.
Bro,
Like,
I'm just gonna survive with dishonor. We're fighting. I'm fighting the dude with the sword for sure. You know what I'm saying? Well, even if I got my tiny little sword,
You
that's
hit me
it.
at
I don't
night,
give a
yeah.
fuck. I'm at least going out with some. I'm.
Brent's gonna go.
Honor
I
out
played
be
and-
damned,
Sekiro.
dude, you know what I'm
The
I
saying?
know what I'm doing.
It's a Tonto.
I'm getting out of there, dog.
Dude, all you got to do is parry and then jump and then
run.
jump on his head.
I'm just gonna run, bro. That's all I'm doing. Literally all I'm doing.
just run.
Just running as fast as I can.
I like that. I like that idea. Like you're on prison for death row and you just run.
Hell
like
yeah.
where are you going?
I don't know, man. Anywhere but here.
Go swim.
Anyways, interesting conversation.
That's my
there.
plan if I'm on real death row too, like modern day death row. Somehow I'm running. You know.
I mean, you would have to escape.
I'm doing like a law-abiding citizen where we get like a T-bone steak. You know what I mean? We're doing that whole number. You know? I'm figuring something out. You know what I mean? Like
they got rid of that too. That
you don't get a last meal.
You don't get a
anymore?
last meal anymore. Like, now you just die. Yeah.
That's all right. I probably wouldn't be hungry anyway, honestly.
Yeah, like you just eat it.
How do you have the appetite to eat on your fucking?
They're
like,
about to kill you.
You got
You're
me
just
fucked
like
up. I'm like, oh, let's get some lobster. Like, no, no,
just
motherfucker.
shit yourself from all the KFC as you're dying. That would be the humiliating death, right?
Yeah, I'd want my last meal like way before my actual last day. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, it's
can
like-
we just like preemptively celebrate the last meal part of this?
Like, hey, buddy, it's your last meal tomorrow.
I saw something a while ago. It was like, there's some other country that their death row inmates don't know when it's gonna happen.
Yeah, that's ours.
Oh, is it ours?
Yeah, like all of them, because what happens is it gets appealed like a million times,
Yeah.
or they're constantly waiting for an appeal. So like a lot of the times the appeal will go through like literally the day before, so they don't know if they're gonna die the next day or if it's gonna get appealed and then if they go back to life in prison, or if it'll get pushed back another year while they wait for more appeals.
Well, I think there is one that they intentionally don't tell them, even like with appeals and shit. Like it's just like you.
That'd probably
the
be
dead-
like Russia or some
Bro,
shit.
I'd be
Fucking-
living every day like it's my last. You
I'd be
know?
like, hey, it's my last meal again. Yeah.
Shit.
But
That's
yeah,
gotta be
they-
a crazy
they-
feeling to like know that at any given time, every time like your family comes to visit and they're like, Bass, it's just like, fuck.
Like, nah, we're just bringing you some,
Yeah.
some
Anxiety.
commissary, or like, every time that like a guard walks up to your door, like you don't know if they're letting you out to go to the shower, like, or if you're
Yeah.
just like
About to
to
die,
go,
yeah.
because they don't tell you.
Horrifying.
Like sometimes they won't tell you like the time or anything. They'll just show up and be like, hey, it's time to go,
No.
time to die, and you're like, all right, all
So
right.
they stopped doing the last meal in 2011.
Yeah, it's been a long
Wow.
time. Yeah,
That's
but
some
I worked
bullshit.
there when they had stopped all that shit.
No shit.
All the inmates were complaining about that shit. It's like, man, and I'm like, you're not even on death row. What do you care? Like,
I thought you were talking about. I thought you were talking about like you heard the death row inmates complaining about it. It's like
No.
we'll have to hear it for much longer.
like, dude, shut up. You got like 3 weeks left. Can you at least make the last 3 weeks worth it? No, I'm just kidding. But like, I don't know. I feel like if you're on death row, like you really don't have too much like say in what's going on. Like at that point, you've like murdered multiple people.
Yeah, it's probably not just like a casual murder, you know? Like,
Yeah, you
you don't just go to death row for just like a
a casual
light
murder.
murdering,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, it was definitely not a light murdering. You know what I mean? It's one of those hardcore murders.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we just need to do a crime podcast, dude. Fuck it. Yeah, but anyways, okay. Let's move on to some other news.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Oh, we got some info about. We got two somewhat big Xbox info things. Bethesda celebrated the 30th birthday of the Elder Scrolls series, and in doing so, provided a brief update on the in development. The Elder Scrolls 6. The Elder Scrolls blah, 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 blah. Don't care about that. Last but not least, yes, we
Like, it's going to be 1,000 planets.
You see that planet? You can go to it. But it's like, the Elder Scrolls franchise began life in 1994. I don't care. Okay, blah, blah, blah. During a message to fans celebrating the Elder Scrolls' birthday, Bethesda Game Studios pointed to the 10-year anniversary of the Elder Scrolls Online mobile castle builder, the Elder Scrolls Castles. I didn't even know that was a thing.
It's like Fallout Shelter, but Elder
Okay.
Scrolls.
And finally, the Elder Scrolls 6. They said, last but not least, yes, we are in development on the next chapter, the Elder Scrolls 6, Bethesda Game Studios said. Even now, returning to Tamriel and playing early build builds has us filled with the same joy, excitement, and promise of adventure. Thank you again for supporting us all these decades. And
early builds. That means they're getting into it. That's pretty
Yeah.
cool, actually.
Yeah. So I guess that was the update. Was just them
Yeah,
saying
no,
that.
that's literally it. There was like, hey guys, we're still doing it.
We're in the early builds. Yeah.
No, I read that
Honestly,
like expecting
like,
some more
that
info.
sounds like not a lot of info, but the fact that like we're past the conceptualizing stage and into the early building stage
Yeah.
is kind of big info. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that means that we've progressed a lot further into the development process than I personally had thought that they had gotten. You know what I mean? So that's pretty cool to me.
Oh yeah. What I want them to do is the way that choices and the choices affect everything in Baldur's Gate 3, but just Skyrim look. You know, like just where
Yeah.
you're first person.
I'm sure that's easier said than done though, because like there's so many moving parts in Baldur's Gate 3.
Oh, I know.
Like, you know what I mean?
That's
Like,
what I'm saying. But they've got all this time. That's what we need.
Yeah.
Is that with their AAA money from Xbox? We need
Yeah.
that, but in Elder Scrolls.
I mean, that is true. I mean, if you could have a Skyrim, like, just, okay, let's imagine that the game isn't any bigger than Skyrim. It's, like, the same size with the same amount of shit to do, but every choice you make has, like, a branching path that, like, in some way affects the world.
And the people
You know what I
and
mean?
everything. Yeah.
It would make,
and shit
like,
gets remembered.
it would make the
throughout
people
it.
who play Skyrim over and over again have a newer, fresher experience every time they play it.
Yeah.
Because, like, I've played Baldur's Gate 3, like, 3 times all the way through.
Completely
and
different experience.
And yeah, each time I found new areas I hadn't been to before, and like new like things that like and I tried to be pretty like thorough.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
That's what we need. We need that, and we need like after you beat the game, like for the 4th time or something, like maybe like AI takes over the NPCs. Like if you keep playing in that same world, like if you go New Game Plus
Yeah.
3, like it just becomes AI chatbots basically, and like
that would be dope, dude. Yeah.
like and they just give you quests and shit just happens. Like just let the AI take over.
Random generation.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Random
So you could just
events.
live there, like because Oblivion had like one of the earliest states of like AI, like for their characters, like being used in the whole world, where like people would, even when you're not there, were doing things like they would go and walk to other places.
It was
and-
like it wasn't like specifically like AI. It was kind of like Hitman 3, where like they're on like a
No, it's AI.
schedule. You know what I mean? Like they would go from point to point, and like throughout the time of the day. It's kind of like same with Zelda. Zelda's got to be the earliest instance of this. The fucking Clock Town and Majora's Mask. You know?
No,
what I mean?
it was called Radiant AI. It was a different thing in Oblivion. It was like literally it was new. It was like they created it.
Oh,
So-
okay, interesting.
Yeah, so let me see. I'll read about what Radiant AI was. Radiant AI, and they took it out in Skyrim. So like Oblivion was the only one that really did it. So
I just thought they were all on little paths.
yeah, Radiant
So they-
AI allows NPCs to make choices, and this means they can do anything they want. And when you give a non-playable character, this is why the game was so buggy a lot of the times, because characters would just disappear because they would just go off and do fucking quests on their own. Like they would just get like the idea like, oh, I need cheese or whatever, and they just fucking run off and go get cheese. So like you'd show up to a place where an NPC that was important was supposed to be, but they wouldn't be there. So like your first playthrough, you might not get to do everything because they were just fucking gone on like on a fucking mini quest of their own, like just random shit like that.
Talk about a real living world, though. I mean,
Yeah, that's what was cool. But this was in 2005, so like nobody's done that shit since. Like it's like everybody just does the Zelda thing where it's like they put them on a schedule and have them go back, and that's what they did in Skyrim.
Yeah.
It's like, which makes the game less buggy, but it's also less like, damn, that's crazy. Like, I don't know.
Well, I think depending on how you implement it, it can still feel that way. Like, okay, a good example is like Deathloop, where the time loop is like so consistently changing each day that like the loop of the characters in that loop is like doesn't feel as like stuck to one spot, if that makes any sense. Like and because you're going back in time, like it feels right whenever you see them doing the same thing over again. You know what I mean? Like it almost like plays into the story of the game a little bit, just how they have it work. Whereas games like Hitman, you can almost just sit in one spot because you know if you wait there long enough, they're gonna go through their loop and come back to that spot, and you can ambush them. You know what I mean? Like, so.
Yeah, yeah. So this is like one of the people talking about is like, I genuinely think that Oblivion's Radiant AI is the reason why Oblivion still is popular. I think it is one of the most immersive games, despite being so goofy and overall cartoony looking, I guess because of the time. But I mean, whenever I play,
thought it looked pretty good for what it is, you know.
Oh yeah, but I said whenever I play Skyrim, I get so bored while walking into a town because I already know exactly what is going to happen. It's obviously scripted. Well, in Oblivion, I still just go around in cities and listen to random conversations. I legit still hear conversations that I've never heard before because like new people will talk to new people that never were supposed to interact or whatever, like, or weren't scripted to interact.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool to see things like that like so long ago. But you know, that's what I'm hoping for Elder Scrolls 6. I want that in Elder Scrolls 6, but also like obviously it's 2024, so make it refined to where you're not going to have a dude just go leave to get cheese and then like you never see him again, like, and you know he's like the guy that helps you get to the
or
next
if he
guy.
does, maybe he leaves a fucking note.
Yeah,
on
he
the
leaves
thing
a note.
and, like, be back in 10 minutes. You know
He's
what
like,
I mean? Like,
or
in the parameters,
meet me out here. Like that's what you could run into them in random places. Like you'd be out in the fucking woods and there'd just be a dude out there. You know that was like part of your quest line, and somebody else would see him in the town. You find him out in the woods for no reason. It's because he was looking for shit.
There's also ways around that for Bethesda too. Like if you have characters that are supposed to give you quests, you could attach like a map marker to them, and like it would.
Yeah,
it could take you to them no matter where they are in the world. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah, if you find that quest though, like I don't think it should just all.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like assuming you have like a character that you need to find to further a quest that you're like already doing, you know, and they walk off somewhere, you know.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's that.
I think that would be more rewarding than like, okay, like you're supposed to go to their house, but then you end up finding them like, you know, behind their house chopping wood or something. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it's like, oh, cool, you know.
But then the next time you do the quest, you know, like they're in their, you know, they're somewhere else near their house. You know what I mean? Like,
they're at a neighbor's house, playing Oblivion.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that would be cool. But anyways, just so we can finish out the Xbox news, Microsoft is heavily rumored to be preparing to release an official Xbox handheld. And while he stopped short of announcing it in a new interview, Xbox boss Phil Spencer went as far as to say what he wants from it. Speaking in an interview with Polygon, Spencer discussed various existing PC gaming handhelds, listing everything that he would add to the experience of using them to make them feel like an Xbox. This includes having access to all your games with associated save files, being able to boot into the Xbox app full screen but in a compact mode, and having all the social experiences normally found on Xbox. Like, I want it to feel like the dash of my Xbox when I turn on the television, Spencer said, except I want it on those devices. Spencer danced around the existence of an Xbox handheld throughout the interview, insisting hardware innovation linked with software innovation creates real inflection points in our industry, pointing to the success of the Nintendo Wii in the process. Spencer then confirmed the Xbox hardware team is considering quote-unquote different hardware form factors and things that they could go do. What should we build that will find new players, Spencer added. What will allow people to play at times when they couldn't go play in the past? That sounds a lot like an Xbox handheld. But last year, leaked court documents revealed plans to create an Xbox handheld, although Spencer himself came out to say the plans were outdated. So, like, basically...
I've been personally like speculating for a while now that they're going to do a handheld for two specific reasons. Reason number one is that they haven't actively made Xbox Game Pass integratable with Steam Deck.
Yeah.
I think that with a few easy tweaks, they could make it like an app that Steam Deck could like easily load up from like the homepage and like play on a Linux-based software. You know what I mean? I think the reason that they haven't done that is because they want to have like their own handheld that easily plays Game Pass. I think reason number two that I think that like I've been speculating that Microsoft is working on a handheld is because of how well Game Pass works offline. If you have Game Pass downloaded on your like laptop or a modified Steam Deck or something, and you download games off of Game Pass, your like licenses to play those games stay active even when you take it offline. So like if you take your Steam Deck to the airport, assuming you got like Windows on your Steam Deck, and you're not hooked up to the internet or something, you can still play your fucking Game Pass games as long as you've like been on the internet like within like 8 days or something of that. So it's like it's pretty cool, you know what I mean? Like as long as you can hook up to the internet like once every 8 days, you can keep playing your fucking like, you know, Game Pass games,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Which I think is like a clear indicator that like, you know, they're not just looking out for people with laptops right now. You know what I mean? This is something that I think is like, to me, them as like a proof of concept, like we're going to be able to do this if we make our Xbox handheld. You know what I mean? I don't know. Just a thought.
No, I think so. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if by the end of the year they announce some kind of handheld. Hopefully it's not like a PlayStation Portal thing, but like an actual handheld.
Dude, I will be mad as hell.
Me too. Yeah.
My thing is, you could charge Steam Deck prices, like premium Steam Deck prices, like $500 for a fucking Xbox handheld.
Yeah, that's like basically a Steam Deck or a ROG Ally. Like it would have to be just like those, you know. But Xbox,
you could honestly have it just feed off of like Xbox's existing ecosystem. You know what I mean? Like it wouldn't be shit. You know what I mean? Like fucking,
it'd be awesome.
It could be all console games. You know what I mean? Like you could even have a way to like get, you know, digital downloads on it. It could just be a Series S basically that's like handheld size. You know what I mean? Like
for sure, just hop on Master Chief Collection, whatever you want to do. You know. Whatever's on Game Pass.
And that's another thing. The Series S, like, you could scale it down just a tiny bit more because Series S is targeting 1440 right now. So if you had your handheld targeting 1080, you could scale it back just a little bit and still have a decent spec, you know, console. You know, I don't know. Just a thought.
Yeah, and you could just do, you know, for things that wouldn't run as well or optimize as well, you could just do cloud. Like, you've already got it set up for Game Pass anyways, you know.
Yeah, but ideally, then, you know, you'd want to veer as far away from that fucking PlayStation Portal territory as possible. So I'd want it to be able to play everything on the game, like the Xbox ecosystem, like portably, even if it's a more demanding title. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's just how I feel. You know what I mean? And on a smaller screen, 30 frames per second doesn't feel as bad to me personally.
Tell.
Like when you're playing the Switch and you're playing some game that's 30 frames per second, it feels way less like laggy.
Obvious.
Yeah. Than
on a bigger screen.
Yeah.
Anyways,
yeah, that's exciting news right there. Is it my turn?
Oi.
Okay. Let's see. So, kind of sad news for us BG3 fans, but it says, Larian Studios has some bad news for fans who are holding out for Baldur's Gate 3 DLC or expansions. It won't be getting any.
Damn.
Even if some fans will be disappointed, CEO Sven Vinke said it was the right thing for the studio, explaining that the team were elated when he made the decision to stop working on a planned DLC. Speaking to IGN at this year's GDC, Vinke revealed that Larian was at one point working on DLC for Baldur's Gate 3. Because of all the success, the obvious thing would have been to do a DLC. So we started on one. We even started thinking about Baldur's Gate 4, he said. When the team started working on the DLC, however, Vinke said it didn't feel quite right. You could see that the team was doing it because everyone felt like we had to do it, but it wasn't really coming from the heart, he explained. We're very much a studio from the heart. It's what's gotten us into misery, and it's also been the reason for our successes. The turning point came after Vinke took some time off for a Christmas vacation, returning with his mind made up on the question of DLC. I told the team, we're not going to do it. We're going to shift around, and we're going to start these other things that we talked about that we planned on doing before we started Baldur's Gate 3. So let's have our closure on Baldur's Gate 3. It's been great. We've done our job. It's a story with a beginning, middle, and an end. So
We've made billions.
So let's pass the torch to another studio to pick up this incredible legacy. Anyways, so it goes on and on. Apparently they're working on something new that's going to dwarf all of the games they've made previously, including Baldur's Gate 3.
I'm sure.
They said it's not going to be in the whatchamacallit world, though.
No, and that's actually kind of a big bummer for me because the thing to me, and a lot of people will argue against this, but 100% for me, the thing that made Baldur's Gate 3 so great was the implementation of the D&D 5e rule set. Like, I really like having a game that like effectively puts D&D rules into play and doesn't have any compromises. and fucking has a awesome story with like a D&D type storytelling that goes along with it, along with the narrative. It's a full D&D experience, you know, and no other game is going to be able to capture that. Like, I can't imagine another studio is going to come along and do it that well. You know, somebody's going to try for sure after this. You know what I mean? Hasbro's coming out and saying they've got other studios working on Baldur's Gate games. I mean, Dungeons and Dragon games. But it's like,
there's
you
like
know,
the 50th.
I just can't imagine that any of them are going to be like at that same magnificent par. And then at the same time, I can't imagine Divinity Original Sin 3 like being as interesting to me as Baldur's Gate 4. You know what I mean? Like, no matter how good people claim Divinity Original Sin 2 is, you know what I mean? And I'm sure it's great. I've played a little bit of it, but it's like I can't get into it the same way I did Baldur's Gate 3. You know what I mean? I don't know.
It's going to be different, yeah.
We're going to have to see. But I'm definitely playing whatever they put out next. You know what I mean? I'm just, you know.
Yeah.
We're going to have to see.
They just put out a first-person military shooter, like just completely.
I bet it would be dope if they did. I will say that.
You have to roll the dice every time like a terrorist runs at you.
That would be badass, bro. D&D military thing, that would be tight. Honestly, I'm with it.
You just play your super evil playthrough, and you're just like committing war crimes. Like,
yes.
What you got, Devin?
I'm out. That was my last article.
Oh,
It was about the DLC.
Okay, I guess I'll just go ahead and do this one. The Legend of Zelda movie director Wes Ball has outlined his vision for the live-action feature, saying he wants to make a serious adaptation that feels real to audiences. Ball, who is known for the Maze Runner trilogy and the upcoming Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, touched on his ambitions for Nintendo's planned The Legend of Zelda movie during an interview with Total Film, saying that he knows how important the franchise is to fans and wants to provide an escape for them. Quote, "I've been thinking about it for a long freaking time," Ball said, and he isn't bluffing as he first shared his wishes to direct the Zelda movie back in 2010. Quote, "I want to fulfill people's greatest desires. I know it's important, this Zelda franchise, to people, and I want it to be a serious movie, a real movie that can give people an escape." Ball admits that if he could, he would live in the legendary world of Zelda. So when it comes to making the live-action movie, he hopes to create something that seems tangible, with lots of qualities audiences will enjoy, asserting it has to feel like something real, something serious and cool, but fun and whimsical. Yeah, I mean, he's got a lot of wants.
What's he done before? Like, what's he known for?
He did the Planet of the Apes movie that's coming out, and then the Maze Runner series.
Okay.
Wes Ball.
I'm not mad at that. I will say this. I feel like it's going to be interesting to see what, like, storyline they go with. Like, is this going to be, like, the original Zelda story from, like, the first ever Zelda game? Or is this going to be, like, Ocarina of Time? Or is this going to be, like, some kind of weird amalgamation of all the Zelda stories put together? Like, what are we doing here?
It's going to be an artistic adaptation, Brent.
I'm just curious.
Everything's an adaptation.
They haven't said, like, he hasn't said.
None of these fucking video game producers give a shit about the fans, as
I'm just saying, there's a million ways this could go. We could have Sky Zelda. We could have fucking Zelda with masks. We could have time travel Zelda. Like, there's 100 different storylines. You know, not 100, but, you know, there's a lot of different Zelda things we could do here. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah, this guy literally has basically just done.
I feel like if you're going serious with it, like he's saying, like the best adaptation to do would be Ocarina of Time. You know what I mean? Because as far as like a movie goes, like it's got all the elements of like a great movie. It's got like the kid becoming old. It's got the time travel.
Yeah.
It's got the, you know,
the coming of age.
The bad guy. It's got the ruined city whenever you're older. The monsters. You know, it's got a lot of cool things going for it. You know?
Yeah, it's got Zelda. It's got, you know, like it's just like an elf fantasy story. You know. But with like way more interesting world. Like it's just.
I feel like the time travel element would make a cool movie point too. You know?
Oh
what
yeah.
I mean? Like that's just something that would be fun to do in a movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they probably won't call it like The Legend of Zelda. You know, like Ocarina of Time or whatever. It'll just be called like The Legend of Zelda Time something. Like it'll just, because there's so many different time leap games in the Zelda franchise. Like I guess really those two.
I would go ahead and just call it Ocarina of Time. Fuck it. You know what I mean?
That would get buzz going a
Go
lot.
all around, just straight up.
I
you
would
know?
too. I just don't think they're going to. I doubt it. Like, just in how Nintendo did the Mario movie, I feel like it's going to be like that. Like, I feel like this guy wants this, but as soon as Shigeru Miyamoto shows up, and he's going to be like, it's not cute enough. You know, like, we need it to be cute. And then they'd be like, fuck. I feel like this guy's going to leave, like, as soon as Shigeru Miyamoto shows up. And like,
there's no way he makes the full movie.
No, I doubt it. I seriously doubt it. The way he's so hyped about it, like, he's going to get let down super fast when, like, the executives walk in and they're just like, no.
I hope not, though. I hope this guy gets to see his vision through, and we get to see what he's envisioning. You know what I mean? I'm sure he has got the ability to make a sweet movie as long as nobody, like, steps on his vision. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
That kind of passion usually translates well. You know what I mean? That's the way I feel about it anyways.
I agree. You guys got anything else?
Let me see. Let me check the old rosterino real quick. Oh, shoot. Okay, nope. That's it for me.
Okay. One last thing for Xbox. Remember Toys for Bob, like, left Microsoft, or like they bought themselves out. They're the ones who did like the remakes of Crash Bandicoot, Spyro, and all that. Well, now according to Windows Central, that partnership is oh wait, hold on. Here we go. At the time, Toys for Bob said it was exploring a possible partnership between our new studio and Microsoft, adding both Microsoft and Activision were extremely supportive of its new direction. While Toys for Bob's first project is an indie studio, indie studio is apparently in the early days, fans speculated it could be a revival of Crash, Spyro, or another IP Toys for Bob has become known and beloved for. Now, according to Windows Central, that partnership is a done deal, with Microsoft agreeing to fund development of the unannounced game. This new game will be similar to the games Toys for Bob has made in the past, Windows Central said. Microsoft and Toys for Bob are yet to comment. So, basically, they're making something for Xbox, but they're just not owned by Xbox anymore. They just made an exclusive deal. But I wonder what it could be. Like, I wonder if it's actually going to be like a remake of a game, or if they're just like making their own shit, like their own IP.
It's gotta be a remake, yeah. I kind of like their thing.
I would hope it would be a remake, because like I want, like, I don't know, something good. Like Conker's could be good. Conker's Bad Fur Day. Like, I doubt they'll do that. They said it's similar to stuff before, but Microsoft doesn't have much more. They got like Blinks.
Banjo Kazooie. I could totally see that getting a remake.
Yeah, I just hope it's good. I hope they do it well.
They could also do the Donkey Kong N64 game.
Not on Xbox, because
Why not?
Donkey Kong's owned by Nintendo.
Oh, I'm sorry, not Donkey Kong. My bad.
Yeah,
I
that was
thought-
it. It's basically Crash Bandicoot, not Crash Bandicoot, Banjo Kazooie, or, you know, Conker's Bad Fur Day, which I doubt they would like want to go that dark. Like, I doubt they'd bring that back.
Might be a nice change of pace, honestly, if you're used to just doing silly fucking, old school platformers. I mean, this would be like, silly.
Still silly, but
Yeah.
a little more adult.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know how well that game would hold up in 2024, like, socially, but okay. Last thing, Microsoft has confirmed the second wave of games coming to Xbox Game Pass during March 2024. Out already is open world farming adventure Lightyear Frontier, and then what else we got? Cute and Chill, blah blah blah. The Quarry came
that's
out.
a fun one.
Yeah, The Quarry is out, and then also MLB The Show 24, and then that was it. Oh wait, hold on.
That's
Well,
all
nice.
that's coming this month.
No, a day later there was Evil West, which I've heard that's okay, and then Terra Invicta is coming as well, and then this is one of. Here's the big one: Blizzard's action role-playing game Diablo 4 as well comes March 28th.
That's one that I've been wanting to play, but just never wanted to buy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Also, the same day that comes out, Hot Wheels Unleashed 2 turbocharged.
They actually
shit.
just took Hot Wheels Unleashed 1 off pretty recently.
for 2.
Yeah.
You know?
So,
Hey, I mean, there you go.
hey, laugh all you want, but those Hot Wheels Unleashed games go kind of hard, dude. You know what I mean? If we're just talking
I
about
have good things about it.
like a Mario Kart-esque type game, like I had a lot of fun playing the first one. It was free on PlayStation one time, and it was just like a lot of fun.
Yeah, and early April, Ark Survival Ascended is coming
What?
on
Really?
April 1st. Yeah, and
Cool.
And then Super Hot Mind Control Delete is coming or returns to Game Pass on April 2nd. But that's all they know about April so far.
Did they say
Ark is a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Did they say if the MLB The Show was going to be on PC or is that console only? A lot of
Cloud and console.
Well, at least you got
fucking
Cloud.
lame.
Yeah, you could cloud it, dude.
Could be down for a baseball game, but no. Fucking, there's not a single NHL game on PC.
Really?
It's because
Yeah.
Canadians don't have PCs. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I couldn't find the reason why, but NHL, like the
They don't
EA
put the
series,
UFC games out on PC either, which is like one of my favorite series.
I guess I didn't realize that either. But yeah, there's never been an NHL game on PC.
As a matter of fact, I think the only EA Sports games that actually are on PC.
Madden and FIFA.
No, well,
And MLB The Show comes to PC now.
No.
I thought it was on Steam.
no. I
The
don't
reason I
think
ask
so.
is I don't think it is.
It's Madden. It's the NBA one, fucking
NBA 2K.
yeah, NBA 2K and fucking
FIFA.
FIFA, I think. Or does FIFA
Yeah.
even? Are you sure FIFA has one?
I'm pretty sure. I remember seeing FIFA. Yeah, I've seen FIFA in the Game Pass.
Okay, yeah, that's probably big enough, like on a global scale. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
No, it won't be coming to PC. Interesting. I never
Yeah.
noticed that.
It's weird.
well, MLB The Show for a long time was a PlayStation exclusive, and then
Mhm.
recently
Yeah.
Xbox got the hands on it. So it's like I could see why that would still be kind of a console thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It makes sense.
It's weird though because like the only real good sports games on PC are like racing games. There's tons of sweet racing games on PC, but like
Yeah.
fucking if you like any other sport,
Tough shit. Get
Yeah.
a console.
yeah, for real.
Or American sport, it seems.
Maybe
I
they
don't
know
I mean,
everybody.
Aside from football, like
Yeah.
I think for a while there, everybody who played on PC was just like the ultimate nerd of nerd and like
Yeah.
didn't give a fuck about sports stuff. But now everybody's getting
Give
fucking
it-
PCs for gaming.
yeah,
so-
give it like 5 years. I'm sure we'll see a change in that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I bet next year MLB The Show 2025 is coming to PC. You heard it here first. It'll be day and date.
Give us a fucking NHL game on PC again.
Anyways, what you got, Brett? Did you have anything else?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Yeah, that's all I got. Let's go.
Releases?
Oh yeah. Damn it. Hold on. What is today? Today is the
25th. 25th?
yeah,
Yep.
25th. Okay. Here we go, guys.
March 25th.
So we'll do the 26th through next week on this day. So
I sent a couple emails today thinking it was still February.
damn.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Time just be going.
Trying to schedule stuff in the past.
Okay, so for the rest of this month, like, so on the 26th, if I can find it, god dang. There's like nothing coming out anyways. I know it's not a big deal, but okay, here we go.
There's got to be something.
Now, 26th. Millennia, never heard of that. Farming Simulator Kids.
Oh.
In case you want to like have, child labor. Yeah.
That actually makes sense. My my nephew's like obsessed with the farming simulator game because he likes to like look at the tractors and stuff, but he doesn't really understand how to fucking play it. You know,
Yeah, it's
so
too
he just like
in-depth.
drives around in circles in a tractor. You know what I mean? So that's probably
Probably
like
just a simplified version.
Yeah.
I ain't got to keep up with all the specifics
that's
of it.
what I'm
Just can
thinking. Yeah.
Take a tractor out in the field and have a fucking blast.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's coming out to Switch. It looks like mobile as well. Only Switch and mobile on March 26th
Which is
Interesting.
perfect.
today or
Perfect for
tomorrow.
all the little kids with their iPads and
Yep.
shit.
And then let's see, and it's South Park Snow Day is coming out tomorrow as well.
So
to-
I got a 3 out of 10.
Yeah, I got
I
a
saw it.
really bad review.
It looked bad.
It looked so weird with the 3D South
Yeah.
Park characters.
But in case you guys wanted to play a bad South Park game, it's coming out tomorrow to Switch, PlayStation 5, PC, and Series X and S.
Does it say how much it costs?
I think it's going to be like $40-ish. That's just my
Sheesh.
guess. I don't know. It doesn't show. Let's see if we got anything else. There's a game called One Last Breath. I hope the Creed's. I would have called I feel like as an indie developer, you could call Creed's people and be like, or you could probably just email Scott Stapp and be like, look, dude, we just want to put your song in our game. Is that cool? And he'd be like, yeah,
Y'all thought Creed, but my mind went back to our discussion about
asphyxia.
execution. Yeah.
Hold me now. No, but that's it for March. Let's see. Let's go just like 2 days into April. I imagine that'll be like catching us up. But so at the very
Yeah, we gotta have some good shit in April. Let's just go ahead and look a little into the future and just see if anything is coming out. There's got to be something coming out.
Nope.
no, literally nothing. I'm all the way at April 10th now.
That's okay. By the time I finish playing Final Fantasy, I kind of wanted to play that Avatar game too for some reason. I don't know why.
It looks like Far Cry. It looks like it'll just
I
fill
like
the
Far
void
Cry,
of. That's what I'm
yeah.
saying. It'll fill that Far Cry void since we haven't had one.
This girl I work with
complete.
is really into it. She's always talking about how she likes flying around and fighting things in it. I don't know.
She's like the Navi. Anyways, but that's it. So we're gonna go over to ChatGPT trivia.
Wow, that's depressing.
Brent Bass,
bro.
yeah.
I'm glad I have kind of a backlog to work through right now.
Play Dark Souls 2, dude.
Right?
I'm just kidding.
I don't know. Is it on the Steam sale right now?
I got it on a specific site for
Oh.
for like $15.
I think I know the one.
I'm
Yeah.
fixing to go to GameStop and see if I can find an old copy of Bloodborne.
That's not a bad
for the
idea.
That's a good idea.
PlayStation Pro.
Dude, I'll tell you what. I've been using
The
a
PS4 Pro.
specific site to get my Game Pass Ultimate subscription.
Oh, okay.
I've been paying like $4 a month for that shit, dude.
Damn.
Yeah.
The fuck?
Yeah.
That seems smart.
It's
Is it
excellent.
just like a card with like a
It's just a code you get, and you type it in, and it fucking gives you a month of Game Pass
Nice.
Ultimate, which is dope.
Yeah,
You
I'm
know?
gonna have to do that
Interesting.
because I'm throwing some money at Game Pass.
Hell yeah. All right, and if you want, you can get like year-long cards for super cheap too. Fucking,
That's
like-
probably what I'd do
yeah.
because I don't want to do like every month I have
Yeah.
to go on there.
All right, so I told it to give me 10 nerdy themed questions. So
Oh,
these are
boy.
nerd questions right here, okay?
Oh boy.
Get your nerd glasses on.
Oh, actually.
In The Lord of the Rings,
Silly.
question number 1. In The Lord of the Rings,
Oh boy.
what is the name of Gandalf's horse?
Oh fuck. I know the answer to this, but now I can't remember. What's it start with?
An S.
Sauron. No.
Sauron.
I don't know. I have no idea. I don't even have a edgy. I have
I can't
no guess on
remember.
this.
It's
at
Shadowfax.
Yeah, I knew it was
Oh.
some fucking just obvious word, but couldn't remember what it was.
All right, you both
Interesting.
only get one guess at this next one, okay?
all. Oh.
Okie
Because
doke.
it's,
It's
one of those
50-50.
you'll probably know. You know what I mean? So only one guess.
All right,
Make it count.
All right.
Question number 2.
Oh,
What is the highest grossing video game of all time?
Wait,
I know it's a GTA game, or it's either
You only
GTA.
get one guess.
No, I'm just
you gotta
discussing.
make it
I'm
count,
discussing
you know
with
what I
him.
mean?
It's either GTA or it's Minecraft. I think it's Minecraft.
GTA 5.
Is that your final answer?
Wait.
Wait,
Okay, you're
what?
going.
Wait,
are
we're
you,
in this together?
No. You,
No, you're
what are you
against
gonna
each other.
choose? And I'll choose. it. So, you're going GTA 5.
Yeah, I
I'm
think
gonna choose
it's-
Minecraft.
All right, Jamel wins this one.
I knew it.
Minecraft.
Yeah,
Okay.
Minecraft.
I
Yeah.
knew it.
Yeah, good one though. Good one. though.
Microsoft. No,
All right.
GTA 5's right there with it.
All right, here's another easy one for you. Scoop up a point. Whoever gets it first. Who is the creator of Star Wars?
Todd Howard.
All right, we got one for Jamel. Yeah. All right. What is the chemical symbol for gold?
AU.
Oh, good one.
No.
All right. What does the acronym CPU stand for?
Central Processing Unit.
Good
Right?
job. Good
Yeah, I
job.
was about to say
yeah.
because last time we thought
Computer
it was computer
process-
processing unit. Yeah.
All right.
Fucking
In
trying
the
to
Harry
throw it
Potter
at her.
series, what is the name of the Weasley's house?
the shit shack. No, I'm just kidding. No, it's like I didn't realize there was I'm sure in the book, or like they're like,
Yeah,
oh,
this is specifically a book thing.
Yeah, I was about to say, because that's not mentioned in the movies.
it's the Weasley estate. No, I'm just kidding.
They call it the Burrow.
God, I was
feel
going to
like
say the hole.
It's not even a hole though. It's just like a tree stump. No, wait. I'm mixing it up. I'm mixing it up with that other guy's house. Who's that guy? The guy, the daughter who's like weird and she can see invisible stuff.
Luna Lovegood?
Luna Lovegood. Yeah, their house is it's just like a big like a tree trunk basically.
I don't even remember going to their house. Like
whenever it's like in one of the last movies, because like they're in the woods like hiding away from Voldemort and the people, and they're taking over Hogwarts, and like it's like Harry and Ron and
I totally believe it. I just don't remember.
I don't remember why they went, but he was like,
I haven't watched the later movies in a long time.
He basically sold them out. Like Luna Lovegood's dad.
Oh, that's right.
There was like a function
I do remember
happening.
that.
Like,
I do remember that. Yeah,
like
that's
they're
right.
having like a meeting or
Okay. All right, number 7.
order.
What is the fictional city where Batman operates?
Gotham, like
Yeah.
Hey, you got it.
right next to Metropolis, actually, and they never see each other. It's weird.
Who is known as the father of modern physics?
Albert Einstein.
Yeah, there you go.
What?
Wait, who?
No, that's it. You're right.
He said Isaac
I
Newton.
said
Oh,
Isaac.
I didn't hear Isaac Newton.
It's Albert.
Sorry. It's Albert Einstein, yeah.
It was Isaac Newton, but then we were like, "Fuck you, dude.
Fuck that guy.
We don't need your Apple."
All right, question number 9. What is the main character in the Legend of Zelda series?
Jesus.
Oh, what's his name?
Ganondorf?
Zelda. I think his name is Zelda.
Yeah,
You
so-
got it!
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, it's Link. Lincoln Log.
All
These
right,
are-
question number 10. What is the first rule of Fight Club?
You always talk about Fight Club.
You got it.
Yeah.
No, you didn't get it. You didn't get it.
You
at
know,
all.
you
You're
know what I
sitting-
meant.
You're sitting here talking
Quite
about
the
Fight
op-
Club.
Quite the opposite, actually.
I think that's the joke, though. You're supposed to talk about it. How else would people know about Fight Club? Like, how do you have a group of people at Fight Club if they never talked about it?
That's
they-
like, I don't
'cause
know.
they just
They
fight
talk
about
about
it.
that in the movie. They're like, there shouldn't be this many people here. We're supposed to not talk about Fight Club.
Yeah, so it's like a joke in itself, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's the point. That's why they say it. Or,
I don't know. It feels pretty unironic to me whenever they're like, don't talk about Fight Club.
but they all talk about it so much. Like, that's literally the whole movie.
No, for sure. For sure.
They're like, first rule about Fight Club. We break the first rule about Fight Club.
I feel like it's kind of like being in a gang, you know? You're not supposed to talk about your gang, I'm sure, if you're in a gang.
I don't know, dude. I
Well,
see
maybe-
all these gang members
You're
just giving
right.
YouTube
No,
interviews
you're right.
constantly.
They do talk about their gang a lot. They're throwing up gang
Yeah, they like to
signs and
rep
stuff.
their
Yeah.
fucking clique. You
Yeah,
know?
I guess that theory goes out the window.
Maybe they just find other members just by fighting. Like they get in a fight and somebody like stand by like, hey, I want to fight you, and then they fight and they're like, hey, you need to come over here, and then they fight more people back at the club, and then
they're like, "What
Fight
is
Club."
this?" Like, we can't talk about it. Like, he's like been there for a year and like has no idea what the club is called. He's like, "There's got to be some kind of fight club." I don't get it. But anyways,
Yeah. Well, that trivia was super easy.
yeah,
Yeah, well.
my brain hurts. No, I'm just kidding.
yeah.
But anyways, guys, remembers, you've been listening to GameSpeak Podcast, courtesy of GameSpeakPodcast.com. The show posts for free every Wednesday on all podcast platforms, but you can watch it live before anyone else on twitch.tv. You know where I'm talking about.
That's all, folks.
Every Monday evening at 7:50 p.m. CST. Be sure to join us and the rest of the GameSpeak community at dsc.gg/GameSpeak Podcast. Check out our other video content on YouTube, and if you want to stay up to date with your boys, you can find us on Facebook by our names, and check out the GameSpeak Podcast Instagram. Until next time, listeners.
Later.